Real Smoke Podcast with your hosts, Mick and Charles, the podcast that's all about real people, real cigars, and real smoke. Coming to you live from the Real Smoke Virtual Cigar Lounge, bringing you the best of cigars, whiskey, and all the good times in between. This is more than just a podcast, it's a community of cigar lovers. So grab your favorite smoke, pour a drink, and join us as we dive into all things cigars, whiskey, and just having a damn good time. This is the Real Smoke Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 20, and happy International Cigar Day. Happy International Cigar Day, brother.
Yes, sir. I was actually going to bring that up in my opener as well. I'm glad you did, man. It's what a better way to spend International Cigar Day than talking about some cigars with friends.
There you go. Well, welcome everybody to episode 20. It is the second half of the doubleheader that we started yesterday. Yesterday, we had our podcast with the Cigar Vault, who just happens to be our title sponsors. And today, we are doing the second leg of that journey with Family by Loyalty. So welcome everybody in. We are your host. That dude over there, I think he's called Mick. Some people call me Charles. Other people call me a lot of other dirty words. But we will not go into that tonight. So anyways, it feels like it's been a long week. Has it felt that way to you?
Yeah, man. I swear the universe decided to put a really tough week on me when we decided to do two podcasts as well. Both nights I'm like, I am so tired. I need some caffeine before we do this. But
I literally came in. I had an early night, and you know, when you start things off, you know, bright and early at 6 o'clock in the morning, and you're already getting the kid up for school, and all of a sudden 7 o'clock rolls around. We're supposed to be out of the house by 7:15. 7:30 rolls around. 7:40 rolls around. She still hasn't come out of her room. She still got to take dogs out. My head already told me then, be prepared.
Yeah.
So the rest of the day's been that way. Got a call at 2 o'clock from the wife saying, "Hey, are you in Car Riders Line to pick her up?" I said, "Nope. Get up there now." I said, "Why?" She said, "She's throwing up everywhere." Middle school's done called. You know, get up there and get her. And I said, "It's 30 minutes till I got to be up there." They literally said, "No, get here now." Cool.
Wow.
So go through work, get extremely already tired, get home with like, man, I got home early tonight. I went and laid across the bed. I was like, I'm done. And
I do not blame you.
Out here.
That was my plan, but I actually got out of work an hour plus late and got home in just enough time to scarf down some food and get my notes ready for tonight. So yeah, man, let's make the best of this and forget about the shitty day and enjoy some good smokes, brother.
Oh man, I've got a cigar in my hand. I know we've got a great guest on. Already talked to him before. We talked to him with TriStar. Love this guy. So I mean,
hell yeah.
Get to hang out with you for the third day in a row. I mean, good grief.
You're ready to fire me.
Yeah, I think we might have to go into retirement after this week.
Man,
so
I think our original plan was 20 in the first year, and now we're like hitting 20 on month 7. So, man, we're a little ahead of schedule. But we're having fun, brother.
Well, tonight, guys, if you want to go in, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure you check out or you post in the comments #RealSmoke. We have one giveaway tonight. We are going to do a $25 gift card from the Cigar Vault, who just happens to be the most awesome people in the world. If you didn't get to watch the episode that we did with them last night, if you watched it and couldn't tell how awesome they are, go watch it. They're great, super great people.
Oh yeah, yeah, I truly enjoyed that. You never know with it. I mean, a shop like that, you know, I mean, we've talked to them a lot online and texting and messaging, but man, they were just all fabulous. They were just a wealth of knowledge, incredible cigar selection. Check out their website. And yeah, we truly appreciate their time, their sponsorship, and I mean, honestly, just great humans, and had an awesome time with them last night.
Yeah, it was super cool. Last night we gave the update on the Instagram page. As you can tell, if you can see in the corner over here, we are now RealSmoke_pod. Gave a challenge out to everybody yesterday to try to get us to 600 before the episode was over, and you guys did it. It got it to 601 right as we were ending. said, hey, let's try to do 100 more in the next 24 hours. Got close. We added 56 more. We're at 657 as of right now. So who knows? Even maybe by the end of the night, we can get, a good 40 some more and get up there to 700 by the end of the night. I mean, we did almost 5,000 in 6.5 months. So, maybe the first week we can get to 1,000.
Yeah, I do want to say, for anybody who has followed our page, I will eventually follow you back. I promise. It will not let me do more than a couple a day. I must still be somewhat on timeout or something.
You're restricted.
But yeah, they're only letting me follow literally a handful of people, and it says I can't do any more for that day. So it's not on purpose. We are not those people. We will follow you back. We appreciate all the support everybody's given us, and we'll make it right. We'll get back up there eventually.
And the last thing I got to say before we bring on our guest and talk about the cigar that we're smoking, guys, do us a favor, hit the like button on there. Help us out. Also, if you're in any groups, whether it's, cigar, whiskey groups or whatever like that, copy the link to this, post it in there and say that we're live. Let's get some people on here watching tonight. And let's do this. Let's blow this one up. So you want to talk about tonight's smoke?
I would love to.
All right, here you go.
Tonight's cigar is by Family by Loyalty. It is the Brecky box press. Box press. We gotta love box press. Wrapper, Mexican and San Andreas. Binder, Carrillo 98. Filler, also Carrillo 98. Corojo, Nicaragua, and Pennsylvania. Price $13.49. Not exactly sure what we paid for ours, but somewhere around that vicinity. That is brought to you by the Beard Apothecary.
Awesome job. Speaking of our people as our title sponsor, the Cigar Vault, make sure you guys go online go check out thecigarvault.com. Use code RealSmoke and you might just save you a little bit. But you can if you're local to where they're at, you can go to 105 Seminary Avenue in Oakdale, PA. Go check them out. If you haven't seen their humidor, it is worth the trip. So you ready to bring on the guest of the hour?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
All right. Bring him to the stage, Mr. Allen himself, Family by Loyalty. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Good, man. How are you?
I was in the backstage listening to you guys talk about your day, right? And,
yeah.
I want to say to everybody who's listening, I realize that everybody, not just you guys, right, but including you guys right now, is saying that a lot of you guys do podcasts. It's not easy work. You guys do it because you love it. You guys do it, right, because you really enjoy it. And a lot of people may not realize that you guys might have a really messed up day. And you're still saying, damn, I got to do this Zoom. I got to do this live. I got to put on a face on and I got to be happy, right? And you're like, I just had a messed up day. You don't realize sometimes it can be really difficult.
I will say, I can't speak for Charles, but I will say that, once I'm into it and we're going and we're meeting great people like yourself and we're doing our thing here live, it's all 100% worth it. And I absolutely love it. But there has been times leading up to it where I'm like, how am I going to get through this? But it is something we love. It's something I absolutely look forward to. I love this industry and the community that comes along with it. I appreciate you saying that, brother.
But I just want to say that, you guys, it's hard work and I appreciate what you guys do, right? So I just want you to know that, right? It's not easy. And you know what, guys? Also, I want to say about, being there backstage. Sometimes when your day starts off bad, we make it bad because we think, okay, the rest of the day will be fucked up. Sometimes we got to, rearrange our channels in our brain so that we could not think that. Because I'm the same way. Charles, I'm the freaking same way. Like, if my morning goes wrong, I'm like, that's the whole day's. And that's wrong. It's wrong of me to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's wrong of me to do that. But, yeah, you have a plan in your head and it doesn't go right?
See, that's one of the things that I always try to do, especially if I'm coming out here to smoke a cigar. I don't want to smoke a cigar when I'm in a bad mood because I don't care what the cigar is. It's going to be horrible. So
really? It's like that for you? You don't get to like the smooth stop?
No, I make myself go to that spot. So if I'm having a bad day, I'll go get that cigar and it'll force me to sit down and I won't go to okay, it's a bad day. I'm looking at this cigar going, I'm fortunate. I'm lucky. I'm getting to smoke a cigar because it's a luxury thing. There's people who want to smoke this cigar that can't. So
100%.
it puts me in that mindset of, okay, time to be grateful, time to be thankful, and time to relax and enjoy what's about to happen. So when I come out here and we got you guys out here on here, that's a time for me. Like, it just kicked it into, I sat down and went, okay, bad day's gone. It's time to have some fun. And this is fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, guys, I appreciate this. As a brand owner, I appreciate this. Also, as a cigar smoker, I appreciate this. Right? Because before I became a brand owner, I was watching podcasts. I was watching people's lives. Right? And I learned a lot from a lot of these lives. Right? Even though I've been a cigar smoker for over 20 years, it was still very cool to hear people talk about them. Right? Educate about them. So, appreciate you guys.
Well, I mean, our number one goal is, like you said, when we got into it, we were watching podcasts too. And we've come to realize, just being in the club that we're at or that we're in, we have a lot of brand new smokers that have been smoking less than 3 months, 6 months, less than a year. And, we'll say, hey, we're smoking this cigar by, whoever. And they're like, who's that? And to us, in our brain, we're like, really? You don't know this? But then we have to take ourselves back into, wait, they've been smoking 6 months. So our mission when we did this podcast was to bring every boutique craft, whatever you want to call it, brand owner out to all the new smokers. Let them get to know what we've already known. So let's bring these people out to them so they can get to experience what we're enjoying.
Yeah, we truly love this journey, man. I mean, even for me, I've only been really heavily smoking cigars and into the club and everything for like 2-3 years now. I've smoked cigars my whole life, off and on, fishing, camping, what have you, blah, blah, blah. Like, but this is like, now it's become a lifestyle thing. But man, just everything I've learned from Charles, from the club, from meeting guys like yourself, Allen. I mean, we've just learned. I continue to learn, and it's amazing, man. The journey's the best part of this fucking thing, man. It's on.
Well, the thing is, if you humble yourself, right, you realize that there's always something to learn, right? It's like, in the 25 years I've been smoking cigars, I've been a daily smoker for 22 out of the 25.
Wow.
I took a 3-year break. At one point, just took a 3-year break. Okay. And that 3-year break I took was probably one of the financial downfalls my family had for a few years. I said, look, I don't smoke cigars because I need nicotine. I smoke cigars because I enjoy it. So if I can't smoke cigars I enjoy, I won't buy. So I only took 3 years off smoking cigars because of that. Right? I don't think I told anybody that in the podcast. It's probably the first time anybody's heard that. Just so you know.
Wow.
And I took those 3 years off. Why? Because, again, I'm gonna say something to everybody right now. I don't smoke cigars for the nicotine. I smoke cigars because I enjoy them. And if I can't smoke a cigar that I want to enjoy at the moment, I just won't smoke. I just won't smoke.
Right.
Plain and simple.
Well,
so I'm going to preface.
I was just going to say that's one of the things that I'm the same way. I don't do well with the nicotine anymore, so I don't smoke cigars that are to grab the nicotine. I want the stuff that just tastes good. I want to sit back and enjoy the flavor.
Now that you mentioned that, you're gonna bring up an important topic I want to talk to everybody about. That's a great segue to what I want to say. What do you guys think the cigar community? That's cigar community. The cigar world is cigars in the United States as far as streets, because for the longest time it's been a long stretch of full string cigars, whole body, kind of leading the headway in the United States. Maybe not necessarily Europe and the Middle East, right? But in the United States, yes. It's because I believe, and I've spoken to a few other brand owners and manufacturers that also kind of feel similarly to me, that it's the mid-strength, full body mid-strength, medium body mid-strength, right? That's really where it's at. Because when you think about it, right, I'm not going to say it's extremely difficult, but it's quite difficult to make a full body cigar that overpowers a full strength cigar.
Okay.
And a lot of people, while smoking cigars, they confuse full body and full strength. I was at the lounge literally on Monday evening here in Florida, and I was doing a live with the Bird Leaf Lounge, and one of the guys I was smoking with, he was like, "Man, I love full body cigars." I looked at him. What's the definition of full body? That's the first thing I asked him, right? He was like, "Well, full strength." I'm like, "Nah." Right? And I would like the cigar world to like kind of like solve that mystery. It's like, come on, guys, full body, full strength, same thing.
See, to me, full body means flavor, smoke, texture, mouthfeel.
100%.
Strength is nicotine.
100%, brother. 100%. You got it. You locked it down. What I'm trying to say is, I've spoken to a lot of people as I traveled to different lounges. Now I'm gonna say to you about more than 70% confused with both.
I would say there's a lot of cigar reviewers that do the same thing, because they'll say something is full body, full strength, and you taste the cigar and it's like, one, it's not full bodied, and two, it may be full strength.
I have an idea for you guys to put on the podcast about that, right? Just use two guys doing this, explaining full body versus full strength and cigars you smoke. That would be not only entertaining, that would be a learning experience for a lot of people.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
I agree with that.
Right? You grab a medium body, you grab full body, you grab medium strength, full strength, right? And be like, hey guys, look, let's explore the differences. Or maybe you do one night, you focus on medium body, let's say full strength, right? And you start exploring the different topics and get people to actually ask you questions around that.
I like that.
I do too.
Yeah, I mean, it's you open your people's mind to actually how it actually is, if you really sit down and think about it.
Because a lot of people ask me questions like, what's your favorite cut? I tend to like giggle because I'm like, it's a silly question, but it's a question no matter what, right? And I always say to everybody, look, I'm traditionalist. I like a straight cut, right? The reason why I like a straight cut is simple. I like putting my tongue into the tobacco every once in a while. And when I draw, I like to see how that changes when it touches my tongue versus it doesn't. Because some cigars are salty when you put your tongue to the tip of the cigar, and some of them are sweet. So then when you draw, that changes the flavor profile a bit. I don't know if you guys have done that or ever thought about that.
I haven't thought about that one, no. But I am someone who, like, when I'm smoking a cigar, I will touch my tongue to, where I've cut it, just to see, if there's bringing any tar to it. If I start getting some kind of weird taste, that's the first thing I'll do is while I'm smoking it, I'll just touch my tongue and see if I get that tar to it. But, it's one of those that you hope that never happens.
Well, the thing is this, if you draw while putting your tongue there, right, the senses on the tip of your tongue are different than what's in the back of your mouth, right? Or what's the top of your mouth, right? What's underneath your lip. So by doing that, every once in a while, you may notice a difference in the flavor profile.
Definitely. I will say I've never thought of that either. I am traditionally, 90% of the time I'm V-cut, and it's literally for one reason. I think the cigar does not fall apart on me as well. I know I've cut them 100 different ways with a straight cut, and for whatever reason, it always seems to want to fucking unwind on me. Maybe it's because I bite down on it, maybe whatever. But I love a V-cut, man. It stays together for me. The draw seems to be better as well.
It's because you would never listen to the same advice that you told the females when you were a teenager. Just a tip, my nigga. Just a tip, okay?
Just a tip.
Just a tip.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you just clipped just a tip.
Just going for that V. I think I said that in high school too. I don't know, something like that. Anyway.
I think I started out as using a V cut. Loved my V cut, and when I can't remember what cigar it was, but when I really got to where I could straight cut one really well and really quick, I don't even know where my V cut is anymore.
So like I have a V cut, I have multiple punches. And matter of fact, the newest design that my business partner Ernesto and brother did for the pipes, I don't have it yet because he made me one yet. But our tips actually are punches as well. So when you pull it out, it's actually a punch.
Oh,
so you can punch your cigar with the holder.
Very cool.
Nice. Well, so let's go ahead and jump into what we normally do on here. Biggest thing that we always like to start with is the same question I always ask everyone. Let's talk about Allen when Allen wasn't in cigars, when Allen wasn't with his partner making pipes, when Allen was a young Allen. Where did Allen grow up, and how did Allen grow up?
I think some people may know my history, right? But I'll say it from here is that I was raised in and out of homeless shelter with my mother. As far back as I remember, till about the age of like around 12 or 13. I used to move around 2 minimum to like 4 times a year, every year. As far back as it comes up, ages of 10 to 12. And we lived in like aunt's house, uncle's house, her boyfriend's house, right? For a week here, 2 weeks there, a few months there. Like, that was my life for a long time, right? So to be where I'm at today, did I dream it? Yes. Did I expect it? No. Right? But one thing life taught me was that if you focus on your emotions and all the negativity that has transpired, you will never grow forward. So growing up, one of the things I did at a very young age is focus on logic, not focus on emotions, which got me through life.
I like that.
Right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I would say to you, like, for instance, guys, like by the age of 10, I was mowing lawns, right? By the time I was 14, living in Jersey for where I was working, helping my mom pay bills, going to school, right? Paying for my own clothes. Got tired of wearing the same jeans to school every day. You know what I mean? So
I completely get that.
I grew up extremely poor, guys, essentially, right? I grew up extremely poor and just traveling a lot with my mom. And I met my wife basically on the internet when the internet pretty much first started. AOL chat room, Brooklyn
You've
Love.
got mail.
Yeah. And fell in love with her. Got married a year later. We've been married for 25 years. This year will be 25 years.
Congratulations.
September. Yep, we've been 26 years together. Got a 21-year-old daughter, 19-year-old son. And I started smoking cigars, guys, back when I turned 21, actually. And
okay,
it was.
So what got you into that? What started you into smoking cigars? Just go
Sopranos.
pick up one?
No, Sopranos.
Okay. So what?
Tony always had one.
Always one of my favorite questions. What was your gateway cigar? What was that one where you were like, holy fuck, this is amazing? You know what I mean? Like, do you remember that cigar?
I think. So my first cigar was a Cuban cigar. And I had no clue I was smoking. To be very fair with you. I was 21, just got married. My wife took me to her best friend's house. Her husband's from Cuba, had a Cuban cigar. I said, have a cigar with me. And I was like, yeah, just the Sopranos. Right? I get to smoke my first cigar, right? I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I was like, I could do this. Fast forward, like I would tell you about about a year and a half, 2 years later, I had a humidor already, smoking cigars, right? But did I know I was doing 100% yet? No, right? I was looking through forums online. Then I met a good friend of mine, Keith, that we started commuting to work together from the Poconos to New York City. So yeah, I think that's like a 2.5 hour drive each way to maybe 3.5 hours, depending on snow, rain, deer, traffic. Right?
So 4 to 6 hours a day driving for work?
I was doing 108 miles each way for 6 years.
Nice.
I was smoking 1 to 2 cigars on the way to work and 1 or 2 on the way back. Right? Now, but this guy, Keith, has been smoking at that time. I just started smoking. He's already been smoking 15 years. Right? So when I go to his house, not too far from where I was living, he had all these cooler doors with different tapes with like different regions. Right? And then every time we go to work, he would just pick up cigars for me to try. Go to work, go back. And then he would test my knowledge. He would test my palate. And that's how I fell in love with cigars, essentially. Smoking every day in and out to work, just back and forth.
So what job did you have then? Was that a cigar-related job, like at a lounge or something?
No, not at all. So I'm a computer geek. I'm a programmer.
Okay, cool.
So my day job is a programmer. So I still do. 25 years in this phone.
Damn. So you just hooked up with the right guy at the right time and got to learn a whole lot. You basically had a master class for a couple of years.
Yes, exactly. And not only that, though. So my first home lounge was Atlantic Cigars when they had their first lounge in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, before they moved down to the Philly area. And I learned a lot from those guys because then after work, I would go home and then I would stop at the lounge and then I became tight with them. They used to invite me to the back. They would give me cigars to try out, new ones they want to try out. And fast forward to literally 4 years ago when I saw Atlantic Cigars at PCA, I called out Paul. And I said, Paul, look at me. He said, Allen? Yeah, I'm online now. And I said, hey, you want to try my cigars out? He was like, there's no need to try them out. Because I remember your palate. We're going to bring them in. I was shocked. Nice. Right? I was just like, wow. Right?
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
So, you know, it's been a journey, guys. I mean, life has gone so much different for me. If I would let my emotions guide me, I probably wouldn't be talking to you guys today.
Amazing. Yeah, man, we loved your story. Obviously, when you were on with TriStar with us, man, and that's why we wanted to get you out to the people. And obviously, you're putting out some bangers, sticks, man. But we appreciate what you're doing, brother, for sure. So that drive makes it, man.
Thank you. I want to tell everybody here. I mean, I guess probably heard me say this 100 times, but I make cigars that I love, and I'm very, very particular. Very particular. I'm the type of person that I'll pick a line. Like right now, we have the new Ethos line coming out in July. That's our new value line that's coming out between $9.50 and $11, right? But do you know how much testing I've done to get the first two cigars out, like to really A/B test, not just based on my palate, going back and forth with Master Blender, right? I put a lot of effort into it. Why? Because if it doesn't satisfy me to makes me happy that I smoke it every day, I don't think I can sell it to you guys. Which is the reason why, like, I don't make cigars to make cigars. I like to make cigars that I love, to bring it to you guys to hopefully say you guys love it as well. I'm not satisfied with just making a cigar. That's just not me.
I will say on the backside of that, John Aldi, obviously your boy, he has been honest for a long time, not only to have you on here, but about your entire line of cigars and how much bangers they are. And we knew we had to follow through with it, man. And we loved you when you were on TriStar. And man, I'll tell you, it's they're not letting down, man. This ash, the construction is impeccable. And man, it's a banger so far. I'll be honest, we've been so swamped with trying to do this and all the different cigars we're smoking. I have a couple of these in the humidor, and this is honestly my first one tonight, and I'm kind of pissed at myself for not having it sooner. So I appreciate what you're doing, man.
Thank you, brother. That makes me smile, man. And one thing you're gonna notice about Frecky, you're right at the end of the first third, right?
Yeah.
Frecky gets bold. Frecky gets bolder in strength and bolder in the body.
That's right in my wheelhouse, man. That's right in my wheelhouse, brother.
So one of the things I'll tell you guys, like the way I blend with the master blender. And guys, I'm not a master blender. I will never take that title until the title's given to me. And I work with the master blender at the Blackbird Factory, right? That's like my uncle. I have so much respect for that guy, right? But you know why though? Because when I work with a master blender, it's about communication. It's about him understanding my palate, right? It's like a chef working with, his client, right? And that's important. So when I blend with other factories, when it gets to that point, like I already started blending with Ish from Bam Cigars, right? But even Ish knows I'm a pain in the ass, right? Bappo for Blackbird calls me a pain in the ass. But they call me a pain in the ass because they understand that I make cigars that I love. And they respect it.
You're putting your name on it, man. I appreciate that.
You know what I mean? Because you know why? Because when I'm making cigars, I don't put just my business hat on. I put my consumer hat on. I want to give you cigars that I would pay for. And that's the way I see things. When I'm blending cigars, I want to say, well, would I pay for this? Would I enjoy this? Would I go out of my way to smoke this? Because I really want to taste this. Because I really want to smoke that.
Oh yeah.
That's what goes in my head every time we're blending a cigar.
Yeah. it's so I don't know why I'm picking this moment to bring this up, but I'm going to say some people probably watch our show and they're like, man, you guys like love the cigars that you guys thought you guys always, if I didn't like your cigar, bro, I would tell you, because that's just, we keep everything real on here. And we've just been blessed to meet some of the greatest people in the industry that just care about what they're doing and put out great fucking products. And if we didn't like it, man, we'd be honest and say we didn't like it. This is an absolute banger, man. So I
appreciate
it's
man.
Good stuff, brother.
And the Frankie was rated 98, by what's it called? Jimmy, Boston
Stogie
Jimmy.
Press.
Yeah, Stogie Press.
Yep.
I will say this, I got a question sent to me. Well, after the last review that you posted for us, Mick, somebody sent me a message and said, it seems like everything that you're posting, because you're smoking something from the brand that you're talking to, everything that you're posting seems to be a higher score than the average cigar. Is that something that is legit, or are you guys playing to the brand? I said, here's my 2 points on that. One, I'm not going to smoke something that I don't enjoy. Two, I'm not bringing on a brand that I don't enjoy. Why am I scoring cigars that are a little bit higher? Because we're picking good cigars to smoke. We're picking
100%.
Quality brands to bring on here that's producing quality cigars. So, the hardest thing I'm going to do is this going to be the third 92 this year or the third 93? Because these people are making great cigars. Why would I want to go pick somebody to bring on here who's making a turd?
Let me tell you this, Charles. So just so whoever's listening right now, do not think I haven't heard from other lounges. I had a lounge say that all my cigars were shit from my owner. Listen, guys, let me tell you that right now. I've heard that before. Oh, you have a good day. God bless y'all. Or I had one lounge want to say, I don't smoke Dominican cigars. I'm like, my cigars are made in the Dominican Republic, but they have leaves from different regions, right? But they don't want to hear that. Remember one thing, Charles and Nick, okay? Cigar business is a human business. You know what that means? Every one of us have different personalities.
Yep.
Right?
Yep, 100%.
Every one of us have different palates.
Yep.
And see, not everybody's gonna vibe with you.
Oh yeah.
So to answer the question, like, hey, what they're picking and choosing the brands they want to interview, right? Now, if they pick and chose a brand that they didn't like, then they'll be raw and say they didn't like. But they're trying to pick brands that they do enjoy, they do like, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm just saying, like, hey guys, I've heard bad reviews of my own line, right? I don't take it to heart, right? Because
I don't take anything that they say to heart like that. It's that was just my simple explanation was, we're bringing on people.
No, I'm not saying you did, brother.
Right, we're just bringing on people we enjoy and that we want to smoke their cigars.
I mean, and guys, you would ask me, do I only smoke my line? I smoke a lot of people's lines.
Absolutely.
I love to hear that.
I smoke as many different lines as possible. And I have a few favorites besides my own, right? That I do smoke. So I'm always testing out. Every time a new line comes out, of course I'm going to try it out. But you know my problem with my palate is? I have ADHD, for real. Diagnosed the whole nine, right? If that cigar bores me in the first 5 minutes, it's done. It's garbage.
100%.
Yep. Agreed.
So
I don't have time in my life to get bored.
Yes. So if your cigar starts off slow, it could be phenomenal. It could end phenomenal. But if it starts off slow, you got about 5 minutes to impress me. After 5 minutes, it's in the ashtray.
Yep.
I give every cigar the first third. It
depends.
Depends. Well, unless it has a horrid taste. Okay.
Or it's too tight. How about it's too tight?
Oh, if it's too tight and I have to cut it more than 3 times, if I have to fidget with this thing, I can't take it. My ADD is like, okay, I'm done. I'm gonna go into the humidor and grab me something else.
Exactly. I'm the same way. I've had people look at me in the lounge like, you just turned that full cigar like it's crap. I don't want it.
See, I got to where I bought one of the little draw tools and all this stuff. I don't know where my draw tool is because if I have to fight with this cigar that much, that cigar already has issues. I'm done.
No, I'm gonna show you what I do. First and foremost, let's be honest with each other. cigars are handmade, right?
Yes.
Since they're handmade, what does that mean? Some of the rollers can mess up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be Friday and everybody's wanting to
All right.
leave, and you just happen to get the cigar
Listen,
that they rolled on a Friday.
You got the wrong box. So, guys, I just want to be fair and say that. You know what I do? Because my partner makes the pipes, right? If I get a tight cigar, I fidget with the cigar, try to figure out where it's tight at. Take this sucker, clip it, do a draw. Did it open up? Yes or no? It did? Okay, put it in my pipe. Then I smoke it again. And if it's still shitty, now it's in the garbage.
Yeah. I get that. Which, that'll bring us into talking about that pipe here in a little bit. I do want to go into, you hit on something that was my next little, question. You're working with Blackbird. You're working with the rollers from Blackbird. So how did you go from riding in a car where you had the pleasure of, trying every cigar that, this guy decided that he wanted you to try, to deciding I'm going to start a brand, and then I'm going to have, to me, one of the best cigar brands out there start rolling cigars for you? How did all that happen?
Well, so when I met Jonas, and I say this all the time, right? Jonas and I actually bumped heads, right? Because I was new to the game, fair enough. Even though I've been smoking cigars forever, I was still new to the cigar business, right? And when I started in the business, I started off with cigars, right? So I started off with this before I started off with cigars. So I asked Jonas for a free sample pack so I could do a giveaway, promote it, right? And he was like, here comes another person from IG trying to take free cigars from me to increase their followers, right? I'm being honest, guys. Look, I'm being raw as fuck right now, right? Just being honest as hell.
Oh, I can imagine what he was thinking.
Right? And
probably irritated beyond all belief.
Oh, he was definitely irritated beyond belief, right? So I said to him, I sent a message, hey, I would like to make a cigar with you. He said, come to the office. Come to the office. And he tries to dissuade me from making a cigar with him. He tries his best to dissuade me. He's like, fuck this guy. He's one of those another IG people. But then I said, no, I want to do it. I still want to do it. I still want to do it, right? So he's like, fuck it. I'll give it a whirl with him, right? And I said to him at the end of that conversation, you don't realize we're going to be really close friends. Fast forward like a year and a half, 2 years later, we're really good friends. Me and my wife, him and his wife are hanging out together, right? We're good friends. But in this business, guys, look, we always say brother relief, sister relief, but in this business, we have to remember it's a human business.
Oh yeah.
Right? And
I think Jonas. I think personally, Jonas is a great guy. He's the first person in the industry that ever gave me his phone number.
No, Jonas is an amazing dude, bro. Listen, yeah. Jonas is an amazing guy, bro, and he's multi-talented, right? So it's not only he has his own cigar, he's not only a manufacturer.
I love his music. I wish I knew what he was saying, but I love his music.
He's a manufacturer, a brand owner, and a musician, right? So God bless him. I mean, he's multifaceted, multi-talented. But so to go back to your question is Blackbird because why I love their marketing. Blackbird because of Jonas, right? Blackbird because of Papa and Caballo, right? So I work with Blackbird because A, I vibe with Jonas. B, I vibe with his master blender. And I cannot make cigars with anybody unless I vibe with you. I don't do business to do business. You can be an asshole and have the best business deal with me, and I won't do business with you. Because I don't vibe with you. I don't trust you. And if I don't vibe with you, sorry.
Yeah, Jonas has always treated us right, man. He's supported us throughout everything. He's been great. Like, I mean, I know we're kind of new in this as well, but man, he was the first one to jump in and sponsor our family herf last year when we did our big end of year thing. And good people. I agree with Charles, man. It's consistently one of the cigars I look for, man, when I'm looking for something to smoke. So yeah, great stuff, man.
No, I love working with them. And one thing I always say to you guys is like everybody thinks because Blackbird makes cigars, so it tastes like Blackbird. Taste our cigars, taste Blackbirds. You're gonna see these differences quite a bit. Because even though Blackbird makes the cigars, Papo and Caballo, the master blender, he blends with me. Papo blends for Jonas, right?
Yeah.
Papa blends for Jonas's clients. But when we blend our brand, he blends for me. Right? So it's not like this is Jonas' palette. No. This is Papa and myself doing this together with my partner Ernesto. And whoever else we bring with us. So sometimes we bring a third wheel with us because we need a tiebreaker.
Yep.
Right? Yep. So, when you guys try our cigars out, try out Blackbirds, give us both a whirl. You'll see the difference. But we come from the same company, same construction, right? So that's the one thing about Blackbird. They work on the construction, right? They have a great draw, great construction, great design.
Absolutely. So,
we're proud to be part of Blackbird family, right? We're definitely very, very proud to be part of the family.
Yeah, you should be, man. It's one that you can always go to and expect that consistency, and you know what you're getting, which I believe is the exact same thing. We know what we're getting with yours, man. It's that consistency, the handmade love goes into it, man.
But again, like if I didn't buy with Papa, it would never have worked. The fact that Papa and I are like this, everything works. Because it took 3 days for him to create me a blend that I was happy with. And that's 3 full days of us blending from morning to night. I'll never forget that experience. It's the best experience.
I was about to say that's where I was about to go into is the first time. Okay, you're getting hooked up with Jonas, and you're going to go down there, and you're going to meet the master blender. Walk us through that, because I mean, I don't know. To me, that would be kind of an intimidating moment that I'm about to go into this guy's home, pretty much.
No, it wasn't. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
It wasn't. Like when I got there,
go into the process of when you got there and how that was going on.
So first and foremost, Jonas picked us up from the airport. Right, the very first time we were there, right? We appreciate him, right? We're like, thanks a lot for picking us up, right? He dropped us off at the hotel. We checked in, left our luggage, went directly with him to the office, bro. He had our breakfast ready. Jonas is great at bringing his people, taking care of his people, bro. Hands down, right? Nice. We get to the factory. He gives us a tour, and this is the old factory, not the new one, the old factory, right? He gives us a tour, and I introduced me to Papa. And for the moment I met this gentleman, I was like, this guy is one of the most humble people I've met in my life. He's been in the cigar business longer than I've been alive, right? The guy is about to be 60, and he's been doing this since he was 7 years old. Think about that. Right?
Literally, that's all he knows.
That's all he knows. And his 2 sons are master blenders working in the same factory.
His 2 sons work at Blackbird factory as well. Nice.
As master blenders. Wow. Yeah, bro. So when I'm working with Papa for the very first time, Papa gave me the utmost respect and humility that I did not even expect. Right? And we were blending the entire day. And I'm talking about 20 cigars the first day. My partner apologized profusely to Papa in Spanish. And our friend Sergio for my analness. Because I didn't pick one cigar that day. I was not happy with any of the cigars. And then on the second day, they apologized again. And he told them, stop apologizing. This gentleman knows what he wants, and I haven't made it yet. It wasn't until the third day that he couldn't sleep that night. He worked the entire evening. Then he shut down the factory, and he had my new blends waiting for me for the first time that morning, hot and slow.
Wow. So he didn't go into the point of, damn, this dude just will not pick a cigar. He took it on to, I'm just not giving him what he wants. I will
100%.
work until I get what he wants.
Yes. And that's what's imperative. That's what's
awesome.
important.
That's amazing.
Right? And I tell this to any manufacturer out there. You want me to blend cigars with you? Sure. But I have to meet your master blender first. If we don't get along, if we don't vibe, it's not going to work. It's not going to work because he's a chef. Right? And I'm working with him to build me my favorite dish.
That shows that he cares that much about what he's doing and has that much pride in what he does that he won't give up until he makes the consumer, the brand owner happy with that, man.
And I'm saying what he said. He said that I'm the first person in 6 years to challenge him.
Wow.
And the fact that he didn't get pissed off, that he went into the mode of, I'm going to make something good for him, that tells the kind of character of him.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I can't
Because he just told me
imagine.
fuck
I
off.
can't imagine the character that his kids must have if they're in the industry doing the same thing. If they learned that kind of mentality from him, holy hell, his kids got to be awesome.
Yeah, no, his two boys, very humble, nice. Very humble. Matter of fact, the last time I was there, he put them to blend with me, and they were like, looking at me like, in the ass. His dad looked at them like, this is the guy you gotta please. Like, this is the guy you gotta make him happy, right?
Okay, so side note, I made it to almost the second band with the ash, and then I wore it, and I thought I was on fire, so that it was my quick little getaway there, making sure I wasn't on fire. But honestly, that was well over half the cigar without ever. I wasn't even like holding it straight up and down, like it just fucking construction, man. Yeah, back to that stuff. Sorry, I had to throw it in.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, yesterday when I smoked the final one. By the way, I just happened to find this one because I told everybody last night I was smoking something different because I didn't have any more. Because I smoked the first one and it's like, okay, this is really good. There's nothing I can say bad about it. All right, let me smoke another one. There's nothing I can say bad about it. I mean, it's one of those that you're smoking and you're like, okay, it's a fluke. It's, the construction and everything is that good. And then I usually keep the third one for the show. And I told Mick, I said, I'm going to do my review off the third one. And freaking thing, just like Mick said, it held to the second band. And it's like, what the hell?
Unbelievable.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So I will say, let me go back into something real quick. You've said multiple times about you won't work with someone who doesn't vibe with you. And it goes back to a conversation that I had with Aldi when we first started talking about getting you on with the TriStar group. And I told him, I said, I want to get him on TriStar and I want to get him on the podcast. And he said, okay, let's just work with the TriStar one first. And I was like, okay, why? He's like, because he's going to see if he likes you first. Because if he doesn't like you, you're not going to get him on the podcast. And what was funny was when we started trying to get you on the podcast, I sent him a message and said, hey, who do I need to reach out to get, you and the clowns on? He said, I'll take care of it. Cool. Yeah. 2.5 weeks later, I sent him a message saying, hey, have you done that? Because here I'm thinking he's working on this and, oh shit, I've done pissed him off. He's already said no. He's like, oh, I just forgot about it. He said, give me a second. He messaged me right back. Oh yeah, he's good. Cool. So it's like that whole thing, me talking to you before thinking, okay, you're only going to work with someone you vibe with. Man, that first interview must have gone shit because he hasn't talked. He hasn't gone back to us or nothing. So I thought that was kind of funny. Well,
let me be honest with you. So life's been crazy for me for the past few years, right? So John has been absolutely phenomenal, right? With like essentially getting the lives working, for me, right? And understanding my personality, right? Because when I first started cigar business, I was going on lives all the time. I was doing Zooms all the time and working with different groups and whatnot. And I'm going to be honest. You guys may like what I'm going to say or not like what I'm going to say. Just be real with y'all. Not everybody's in this for the same reasons, right? Not everybody's in this for the same reasons. So,
this is the Real Smoke. And, this came up between two different names. He had a podcast before that was called Real Minutes. It's about being real. I've got my own account, Smoking Oak. So we wanted to do Real Smoke, and it was literally, we wanted it to be real conversation. Nothing scripted, nothing planned. And we wanted the owner to be the owner, because I don't want you to come up here being Mary Poppins and, parading and dancing, and that's not you.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I could wear a thong for y'all, but then I think my wife stabbed me. Sure, I like it. So that being said, I'm a clown. I like to joke around a lot, but listen, guys. For me, I vibe with you. I'm chill. Like, for me, it's about doing what I love, people I enjoy. Well, Tanya's nicer. That's fine. Right, Rob? John has a sexier beard. Tanya's the boss, though, not John.
Tanya is the boss, 100%.
Definitely.
When we first started the podcast, John was the first one. Him and his wife was the first ones to reach out and say, "Hey, we want to support you guys." So, John, John's a member of our group. He's a member of a lot of groups, but he is one of the biggest supporters of what we're doing here. But he also helps guide us in the right direction. He is the biggest.
John's open book, man.
He's the biggest supporter, but he's also the biggest critic. So if we're doing something that he's like, "Hey, y'all need to think about this," we take it to heart.
Yeah, John. Also, we had the same career path. I'll leave it at that. I don't talk about my career on here too much, but we have a lot of similarities. We finally met in person about a month ago when he came to Memphis, and it was like meeting my long lost fucking brother, man. It was a good time, and we definitely hit it off, man. And I feel even closer to him now. But he's definitely been a voice for us here, and we've had a lot of great conversations on the side too, man. But in all honesty, he's had nothing but great things to say about you, which is another reason we had to have you on here, man.
No, of course. So. Listen, if you see a text message between John and I, he busted my balls all the fuck time. I'm like, motherfucker.
That's what we do, man.
I'm about to say he will do the same to me, but he's also the first one to check up on me if he thinks something's up.
Yeah. No, listen. For this live, right? John was like, "Allen, do you remember it?" And I looked at him like this. I looked at my wife, right? And she looked at me, and I was like, "He's like, you didn't fucking remember, did you?" I was like, "I knew it was around this time." Right? And he was like, he says to my wife, "Gotti, please. And she's like, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it." So here's what I'm telling you guys, and I tell this to everybody this podcast. I have ADHD. Send me a fucking calendar invite. If you send me a calendar invite, I live by my calendar. If you don't send me a calendar invite, well, I'm gonna have somebody to annoy the hell out of me because I'm gonna forget.
Bro, I am old school. I just pulled this out of my pocket. I still run off of this pocket calendar.
There's no way. I cannot live that way.
This thing's like a freaking Bible. Look, it's got so many notes.
Look. See this watch? Yeah. It tells me my meetings for the day. All right. If it's not on there, it doesn't happen.
See, that's one of the reasons that Mick does all the posting on Instagram the way he does it, because within about 4 days of usually the interview, he starts tagging the person and all the stuff. It's like, we don't want to go on there and say, "Hey, remember us? We know we booked you 5 months ago," but it's one of those, "Hey, you're coming on. Hopefully you reach out."
But that's the reason I'm telling you guys. Like, I'm not joking when I say this. Like, I know technology, subscriptions, possibly. Right? But that being said, if you send calendar invites and people you contact with, they have no excuse. They have no excuses, right? Unless it's an emergency.
Oh yeah.
Because if you have a calendar invite, they have to, right? Have it on their phone. Yeah. We're not in the 90s, guys. We're not flip phones anymore, and we're not in the 80s. We have shit. So all I'm trying to say is, right? If we did calendar invites, I'm not coming at you guys. I'm just saying in general, right? In general, we all did calendar invites. It'd be easier.
That may be something to look into. I like it.
Yes, I agree.
Great insight. Yeah. So what came first? The name? Yeah, the chicken. The chicken came first. What came first? The name or going down to work with Blackbird and the Master Roller?
So what came first was working Blackbird first.
Okay.
Because I was excited.
How did you get to the name Family by Loyalty? Because honestly, in the day of some of the most generic names for cigar brands or cigars, yours is not generic. The logo's not generic. The names behind it's not generic. You look at it.
So, all right, Charles, I love your question. I gotta say this to you. You know what shit I got behind that name?
I want to know.
Bro, Jonas.
Tell us.
Jonas gave you the name?
Yeah.
No, Jonas gave me shit behind the name.
Ah, okay. So tell us that.
Not just him. Some shops gave me shit. You know what I mean? Some shops wouldn't even carry me because of my name. How about that? To this day, they won't carry me because of that name.
That's what got me interested in knowing more about it, was because the name was not generic. It was so unique.
Well, exactly my point to you. But here's the point. You know how many cigar lounges, and they know who they are if they've listened to your podcast, they know who they are. They'll say, fuck you, Allen. But I don't give a fuck. Okay? They won't carry us because, well, that's not really a cigar brand name. Well, go fuck yourself.
Exactly.
So that being said, how do we become a family by loyalty? Why? Because in my life, I already told you guys I came in and out of home shelter with my mother, right? So what did you guys think I thought about family meant? What you guys thought that I thought family meant? If I lived most of my young to mid, young teenage life,
the people that supported you, the people that supported you, the people that stuck up for you.
The same thing that we think about our family. It's not blood. It's the people who have your back.
Exactly. Yeah. So if I'm moving 3, 4, 5 times a year, and blood family's not taking care of us, right? And then as I get older, I meet my wife, and my wife, we have kids, and when we have kids, the uncles and aunts to our children are our best friends that we were raised with, friends that we met on demand, not our blood family members. So it was imperative to myself and to my partner that the name of the cigar brand represented how we live, who we were, who we are. And that's why we chose family by loyalty. Right? Because you can't choose your brother. You can't choose your sister, your cousin, your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your grandfather. But you damn sure could choose who you keep by your side, which is your wife. You could choose your brother from your friend. You could choose your sister from your friend. You could choose your aunts and uncles for your children from your friends. And those are the people that stay by your side for many, many years or your whole life.
Oh, yeah. I agree with that completely, man.
Family by loyalty is because me and my partner are brothers from another mother, from another father. And our wives are sisters from another mother, another father. And our children love each other as brothers and sisters, even though mine are older. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So the brand had to represent who we are, who we've been, who we continue to be.
Oh, yeah. Cheers to that.
I will say that was the biggest thing that I wanted when I started the club that we're with. I started it with my closest people. We were with a different group, and we decided to go out on our own, and we wanted to know what we were going to do. And the closest people in my life wasn't blood. It was someone that I called a brother called Paul. It was one that was called Ryan. That was Mike. It was Ben. It was Mitch. And then we brought in, some of the closest people. That was Mick. And it wasn't because that these guys were blood related. It's because these guys were closer to me than my blood ever thought about wanting to be. And this industry is full of us guys calling each other brother, but I think we overuse it. It's what's up, brother. Mick is my brother because I've chosen him to be my brother. Charles, I care about him like he was.
How about this though, Charles? It's not that a lot of us overuse it. How about this one, right? A lot of us misunderstand what it means.
Okay, misuse it.
Right? Because if I call you brother, that means when you call me, I'm gonna pick up. Unless I'm in an important meeting or my wife doing something that I can't be picking up. Right? Now, that being said, if I call you brother, it's because I respect you as a brother. I appreciate you as a brother.
100%.
Right? Now, the problem is the human condition. Plenty of us are selfish. All of us are selfish to a point.
To some extent, yes.
Right? To some extent, right? For some of us, we become extremely selfish, right? And they don't understand what brotherhood, sisterhood actually means. right? Brotherhood and sister, what does that mean? It doesn't mean that I always got your back. What it means, I'm here for you. I'm here to listen. I'm here to assist. It doesn't mean that if you're a complainer that complains all day, every day, that I'm here to be your punching bag. It's not means I'm here to take care of you every freaking day. A brother and sister means we each other have each other's back. When we watch over each other, we take care of each other, we help each other push forward. It doesn't mean we're your punching bag. It doesn't mean we're to save you from your condition. Right? And again, what challenges that? Selfishness.
Yeah, it's very well said, man. I think that we all need to slow down sometimes and really look at who we call family. But at the same time, man, I know who's got my back. I mean, honestly, like I've got we all have that core group, man, that when we're having those fucking shitty days or something's just not going right, those people are always there for you, man. I agree with Charles, man. Like the cigar community, especially our TriStar family, man, we check in on each other all the fucking time. And it don't matter what we're going through, we're going to be there, man. And I agree. It's something that we all need to hold at a higher respect maybe than we do sometimes.
You got to remember sometimes, right? You can be best friends with Charles, right? And let's say Charles is going through some really fucked up shit. He may shut down. Are you going to bitch complain to him that he shut down? Or you going to have his back and ask him how he's doing? And then if he tells you, I don't want to talk right now, right? What are you going to do?
Well, we just went through that.
We just went through that.
Shutting down. I lost my mom on Christmas Day.
God bless him. God bless you, brother.
It was a month of her being in hospice and it was going bad. So I stepped away from the club and said, hey, I can't be here right now. And instead of, my core group bitching at me about why are you not here? Why are you not being a part of it? It was daily check-ins, making sure it was, hey, I'm here when you need to talk. So yeah, we just went through that, and it was with me. So you called that one.
100%.
I went through a massive depression the past 2 years. Some people know that, some people don't know that, right? And I have friends who are no longer friends with me. I'm being honest with you guys. They got offended the fact that I shut down. So were you really ever my brother?
Yeah.
If I tell you I'm going through a depression, give me my space, and yet you harass me or hound me, what do you think is going to happen?
You're going to
probably drive that wedge, man. Yeah.
Exactly. So in this life, guys, the human condition is the human condition, right? It's about finding our brothers and sisters that really matter to us and us to them.
Yeah.
Right? That we don't be offended by something they're going through. We're there for them. If we have to hold back, we hold back. If we have to push forward, we push forward. That's what true family is about. It's not about getting offended by the little things.
Man, I think, Charles, we can definitely clip some of this because Allen's pieces of knowledge, I think we can clip some of them for some video clips because, man, you're spot on, brother. You're everything we do.
What I was about to say was, hey, Mick, question. Do you ever feel like you just went to church?
I do. Preach, brother, preach.
Hold on.
Amen.
Hey, can I say one thing? Some people may not know this about me. Eventually, one day, not to say I want to be a preacher, but I want to help everybody out there that could help.
Bro, you don't have to be a preacher. You could be a motivational speaker because you're dropping fire.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. I mean, that's my ultimate goal. My ultimate goal is to make the cigar business successful so that I can help others outside of themselves. That's my ultimate goal.
I think that's why we all connect so well, and that's why we love the people we have on the show because we connect so well with it. Because, like, I know Charles works with kids. I coached for a very long time, and it's all about bringing all that stuff. Yeah, that's fucking amazing. It's all about bringing people into this to where they're comfortable in their own head and they know that path. If that makes sense, you know what I mean? Like I feel like we've lived it enough in our life that we we have that path. And I'm not saying it's perfect at all times. It's definitely not. But we have those people to pick us up when we need it. But it's about knowing that path forward, man.
You know, Mick, in life, and I want to ask Charles and Mick, I'm asking us a simple question, okay? Each of you answer your own point. How many times in your life you were struggling financially, mentally, emotionally, right? And there's the least person that helped. The least person you expect to help.
It's happened. I've had people step up when it was least expected. I mean, we've all had that person where we were struggling with something, and it was definitely not the person we expected to jump in and help us, or to see the path forward.
In 2008, 2009, when the economy crashed, I lost my job. I was unemployed for 6 months. I took a 50% pay cut. Right? The people that helped me financially were the people I less expected. The people that had my back were the people I less expected.
Yeah.
You know what that teaches me in life? That, guys, you can help as many people as you want. And it may hurt you that the same people are not helping you. But you can't help with those expectations. Right? Just know that all the good you did will come back to you in the least expected form that you can expect.
Yeah.
I will say, recently, the people who, I don't want to say had my back, but maybe was there for me, it wasn't the people that I wanted, but it was the people that I didn't realize I needed.
Exactly, 100%.
Man, that's fucking beautiful. That's perfect. That's beautiful.
100%. Right there, you said it. Amazing. Okay, Charles? And that's what life's about, guys. When we get caught up with this person not helping, that person not helping, you start getting pissed off, you start getting angry, you start getting disillusioned with life, demoralized. But it's not about those people, guys. You help them, you help them. It is what it is. Don't come back asking, like, why the fuck didn't it help you? Because then you did it for the wrong reasons.
No, be grateful for the people who did.
Exactly.
Because
man, this is just
the people who did just proved who care about you.
Exactly.
This is just like our cigar reviews. Every time I'm like, we say the exact same thing, but he says it so much fucking better. He's so good at it, man. It's unbelievable.
Well, I mean, life has taught us a lot of lessons, and I'm a big student of life. Like, one of the things I've been doing the past few years that I never thought I would do, I started evaluating how my parents behaved when I was a child and a teenager.
Okay.
And I started realizing, holy shit, my dad behaved this way because of this. My mom behaved this way because of this. And because of their bullshit, I had to suffer this. And you know what it taught me? That
not to go down that path.
Not only have to go down that path, but listen to this, guys. It sucks how many people like us, because we're children, we have parents, right? How many times we have to suffer for our parents' sins?
We just got to make sure that we don't let ours do the same.
Exactly, right? 100%,
yep.
Right? But it's amazing how many times we keep producing the same outcome because we keep producing the same emotional baggage bullshit.
Yeah. I feel like this is exactly the topics we did in our men's mental health episode. Like and I love this, man. This is a great topic. Don't get me wrong, but like we did this in the men's mental health, and that we don't want to push that along to the next generation of people because of how we were brought up or some of the situations we suffered in. That's just how we handle situations. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's pretty awesome to hear that we're all exactly on the same page with what we need, to help push us forward, be a better version of ourselves, and also hopefully create a better version of ourselves through our kids.
So what's the definition of insanity? Doing the same shit every day and hoping for a different outcome. So if our grandparents did something one way, and our parents followed that same route, and it still leaded us to a screwed up situation. If we're going to follow our parents' lead, we're going to give our kids the same screwed up situation
100%.
that we live.
Exactly, 100%. Listen, bro, this was happening in my family last night without having a conversation. I have my sister-in-law here, and I hear my wife and my sister-in-law going at it, and I'm just like, it's crazy. It's like I can read the script, right? I'm just like, you know what? I'm going outside to smoke a cigar, and that's exactly what I did. They're like, where are you going? I'm going outside to smoke a cigar. Mind my business.
PV just happens to say, I don't really comment too many of what's going on. I'll just post it up here. But he says, that was some real shit. Many of you need to hear this. Alan, that was an amazing message. And then he comes back with, bro, this is everything that I've been going through this whole week. Mick and Charles, how do you do this every time? I don't know what we do every time, but if we're doing something good for you, hey, that's what we're here for.
And listen, guys, I'm all about this. I'd rather speak about morality, humility, having me improve each other versus cigars. And I'll tell you, I love cigars, guys. And if you guys want to hear more about cigars, I can talk more about cigars. But like, I like having real conversations like this. I want to say this real quick.
I like the real conversation, and I love the way that it is history, side note, history, side note. And that's kind of the way we live this podcast is we will go on a trail of whatever, like we've just been, and then another question is going to be asked, like I'm about to ask another question.
I got one cigar question left, and we could talk about friggin' family shit all night, man. I'm good, but Charles, go. You got this, brother.
No, my next question was, you gave a better insight into the name than I heard last time, and now that if I wasn't hooked on the cigar, and just the fact that people look at the brand name and go, I don't want you just because that's not a cigar brand name. Guys, look at some of the new shit that's come on the market. If that stuff can make it into your lounges with some of the jacked up names that they have, you can't stand by family, by loyalty. Oh shit. Come on, people. But anyways, let's go into the brand behind it. Again, one of the most unique logos I've ever seen is this right here. How did you come up with that?
Someone's stealing my fucking question.
That's not, I know that's not the original brand, because there's a hat that I see everywhere in people's pictures that work with you that I have like begged for them to give me that hat as a hat person. And they're like, nah, that don't exist no more. I'm not leaving it. So how did it go from the brand that the logo that it was to this piece of artwork right here?
When we first did our cigars, I was impressed by the artwork that Jonas did for Blackbird. I liked the full band of the cigar because I thought that it would attract people's attention. But then I started realizing people started like scrutinizing me because like Blackbird did, right? But beyond that, though, it was our first PCA, and the lawyers of a certain brand that doesn't allow any other brand to have an X sent us a cease and desist. We're a family X loyalty. X was a wordplay on by. You had 4x4, 2x2, right? It was family by loyalty X. So, because that brand came as lawyers and I don't have the money to fight, I said, okay. And long story made short, I don't know if you guys heard of Cigar Crumbs, right? He's a very popular designer, right? On IG, photographer, right? We met him in person. I did in person here in Miami. And long story short, him and I fell in love with each other. We're like two bros. Like me and my brother Ernesto, right, was my original partner. That became another brother. And he's also partner of the company as well, right? So all designs that you see come from Cigar Crumbs. Our sweaters, our boxes, our bands, our hats, our hoodies. That's all from him.
And he is fantastic.
He's another humble, caring, loving brother that I will stand by to the day I die.
Right? And you already stole most of my question, Charles, so I give up after this. But honestly, the The design's amazing. I was going to ask you how that came, but you already covered that pretty much. But also, I don't know if you stole this from Blackbird or Blackbird stole it from you, but the actual little tab that lets me pull it off without fucking up my cigar.
That was the next one. That
Dude,
lovely little
tab makes me so fucking happy every single time. It's amazing.
Definitely select for Blackbird. But guys, I want you guys to look at the band real quick. Look at the band. Open it up in front of you. So I want you to look at it clearly. And remember, we were called Family X Loyalty, right? And we're not Family Buy Loyalty. Do you see my big fuck you?
The tribal looking claw marks, that's an X in behind everything.
And there's another fuck you in there. There's another fuck you in there. Wait. There's another fuck you in there, Charles. Before you say anything else, look at the other fuck you.
There's a lot of fuck yous in here. I like it.
There's only two of them. I'll give you a guess. Look at the eye.
It's got the X over the eye.
The scars. Not an X, the scars.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Kind of in dark here. Yep, the scars over the eye. The battle wounds.
Without mentioning any names,
yes.
The person who sent you a cease and desist over using an X, is it the same person who sends everybody a cease and desist over using an X?
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Gotcha.
Wow.
Even though you cannot mistake your brand for their brand because it had something that looked like a letter X. It's not that it was the buy symbol. It was a letter X.
But did you guys like what we did otherwise? I mean, look at my hoodie.
Ingenious.
Oh yeah. It's beautiful. Absolutely.
And that genius came from cigar clubs, so you know.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember you saying about meeting that guy, and we actually wasn't he on the podcast with our TriStar Herf that night?
No,
I think he hopped on with us.
That was his partner who makes the pipes. Yeah.
Yes, no. Francesco wasn't.
Man, I thought the artist guy was on as well.
No.
All right.
Francesco, the reason why he wasn't online is because he's in Italy. So right now, every 3 months he spends it in Italy, and then he spends it down here in South Florida. Okay, so like right now he's in Italy right now.
Man, I might be crazy, but I swear he was on that night.
It was a different guy.
Hey,
nope, he wasn't.
Somebody from the TriStar group help me out here. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably completely wrong.
Listen,
ask my wife.
You would know him because he's a light-skinned brother, white, from Italy, but he has a very deep accent. So when he speaks,
I'm telling you,
know.
The guy that we had on didn't talk because you said he didn't. He struggled to speak English very well.
No, I remember that guy too.
That's the guy who makes the pipes. That's the guy who makes the pipes. Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. I'll be wrong for the night. It's all right.
No, that's all right. But let me explain to you. Like even with Cigar Crumbs, right? With John Aldi, with Bill Rayner, right? These are all people that I vibe with to the T.
Hell yeah.
Right? These are people that I call family. Right? I'll give you guys a real thing that happened literally 2 weeks ago. I went to hire somebody to be a rep for us in Texas. Right? And then I started getting complaints from a couple of my reps. Like, no, you can't do that. I had to talk with them, and I said, all right. And I called the guy back, and I said to him, listen, brother, I had nothing against you, but these are my family members, and they apparently have an issue with yourself, and I can't upset them. I can't upset them because they're my family. I love them, they love me, and I respect them. And this is what I got to do. So when I say family by loyalty, guys, I fucking mean it. If you have my back, I have your back. Plain and simple. When you go through the life that I have, I take that real. I take that seriously. Right?
Oh yeah.
Most people don't take that seriously. But I take that seriously. And a lot of my veteran brothers, right? Because I'm not a veteran myself, but I have a lot of brothers in this community that are veterans. They understand what I mean. They have my back. You know what I mean? And that's how I am.
Well, when you set up the culture of your brand to be about family and loyalty. If there's a weed in a garden that is causing issues in your family, you have to protect your family.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, doing what you did is doing exactly what you set up culture-wise in your family.
I didn't sugarcoat it to the individual. I told him the honest truth. My thing is, like, you want to talk shit, you can talk shit if you want, but I was real with you. You know what I mean? Like, this whole community knows me. The people that know me know one thing. If I gotta say, I'll say it to your fucking face. Number one. Number two, I want to be friends with everybody. And if we have issues, it's probably because you don't like me for whatever reason. You probably think I'm too stuck up. You probably think I'm arrogant. And that's not who I am. I'm like the farthest thing from arrogant. Yeah, I'm a ball buster. I love to joke around. And yes, I hold my head up high no matter wherever I go. That's because that's who I am.
Yeah, from the first time we met you, man, on TriStar, I was like, this dude's confident. I wouldn't have called you arrogant. I'd have called you confident, man. Like, cause you believe in what you're saying, you believe in what you're producing, what you're promoting, and man, there's nothing wrong with being fucking confident and really pushing what you're going for, man. So yeah,
and I appreciate that, Mick. I'm gonna say this to you, bro. Like, anything I do, if I don't have confidence in what I'm doing, I don't do it. Does that make sense?
Hell yeah.
Like if I'm doing something, I give it my all. And if I give it my all, of course I'm gonna talk about it. Of course I'm gonna be very in depth about it. Of course I'm gonna research it. Of course I'm gonna give it my all, because that's who I am.
Absolutely.
You know.
Well, let's go into your research in your ADHD, because obviously your research, your love for research, and your gift of ADHD has brought you into the names behind your cigars.
Well,
because
it wasn't ADHD. It was a life I lived, guys. Let's be real. The ADHD was played a point, but it was the life I lived.
You know, that's one of the things that when someone with ADHD, we focus in on stuff, and it's hard for us to focus in on multiple things. But when we start focusing, we dive deep.
Yes, 100%. 100%.
One of the things that I love about, and this is the reason that we like to get in behind the scenes of these, of you guys, of the brand owners, is there are some cigars out there that have names that mean absolutely nothing. They could have just picked it out of a phone book and said, I'm going to name it this. You've got legend behind the names of each one of your cigars.
Everything that I do as far as the cigars, the branding, has a story. It has to have a story.
So let's talk about the core line. I mean, I'm not as interested in wrapper, binder, filler. I mean, you're more than welcome to say, hey, this is a San Andreas, this is or whatever. But let's talk about the core line. I mean, these are names that you would have never thought that was going to be on a cigar.
So I'm gonna give some credit to Jonas and his original designer. Okay, so when we started making these cigars, Jonas said to me, he's like, you have a name for these cigars? I said, actually, I don't. I still have to investigate, because the company we have is Family by Loyalty, right? And the designer said to me, it was right there with me and my partner. He said to me, bro, what's your favorite animal? I said, of course, wolves. Family by Loyalty. I love wolves and dogs, right? And he was like, how much you know about the Nordic mythology? I said, maybe not enough. Why? What about the wolves in Nordic mythology? And then all of us got on our phones and just started researching it, right? And then I was like this whole lightning hit me hard. I was like, yes, right? And the first cigars were Frankie and Jerry.
Oh yeah.
So who are Frankie and Jerry?
So Frankie and Jerry are Odin's left and right, his protectors, the voracious ones, the ones that will go ahead and destroy a whole freaking village for him, or protect, right? Which is why Frankie and Jerry are probably our two strongest cigars from our core line. Not only that, they have the most transitions, 3 to 4 transitions in strength and body.
Why? Yeah.
Because of the voracious ones, because of his protectors, right? And then we have Hati and Skull. Hati being devoured the moon, the gray band, Skull being devoured the sun, aka Chase of Salt, the yellow band, the sun, right? They have less transitions, but are still very flavorful. The way they start is not the way they finish. And then you have the Endbringer, Fenrir, the most unique cigar we have in the core line. Sumatra, double Sumatra, wrapper and binder, right? But it sets it apart because it's box press, pigtail, cover foot. And that retro is smooth as hell. You got like the licorice black tea flavors going on. It's just amazing, right? And again, when he brought that up, I fell in love immediately because since I was a young child, my favorite animal is wolf/dogs. Matter of fact, guys, we talked about my childhood a bit, but one thing I didn't tell you guys, I love dogs more than I love humans. I will watch a movie, see a human die, no big deal. I see a dog die, and I'm there boo-hooing like a little bitch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, I got 5 dogs right now. I love my pups. They're my fur babies. You got 6? Wow. Wow.
Jesus.
Wow. But
Yeah.
we got 5.
4
my baby.
7. 4 inside, 3 outside.
Wow. All of mine are inside. I got 3 girls and 2 large boys.
Bro, man, I feel that.
Yep. My oldest one's 13. My youngest one's 5.
What do you have?
So I got a Labrador mixed with a pit bull. Labrador. His name's Whiskey. He's like the big baby of the family. He wants to sit in everybody's lap. He's the cuddler. He's like the happy-go-lucky, but he will kill any other animal. It's not a dog. That's a Labrador in him. The Labrador in him. Then I have the Siberian Husky. He's the loudmouth, smartest dog I have. Right? And then I have a Morkie, Maltese mixed with a Yorkie. She's my oldest. And then I have a Taco Terrier, a Fox Terrier mixed with a freaking Chihuahua. And then I have a small. She's like a rat. She's small as hell. She's a Havanese, a Cuban dog.
Oh wow.
And she's a toe biter.
See, I have a whiskey too. It's a King Charles Spaniel. So he is the color of a good whiskey. He's that dark red. His brother just took his brother as well. Is all black and white and has a tornado design on his back. So we started calling him. It looks like a zigzag tornado on his back. He's all black except for a white tornado. So we call him Tex. He's a Texas tornado.
Yeah. Let me respond to get your ends up. So he put there, right? He said, I got a saying. I say myself when I'm dealing with people. Are we friends or am I a friend? And healthy balance. So here's my point to everybody in this call. You want to know if your friend is a friend? It's easy. Listen to that friend speak in every conversation you have, right? If he's constantly bitching and complaining about other people constantly, you better watch out. Number 1. Number 2, I'm going to go back to number 1. You want to know who somebody is? Listen to them speak. Listen to them carefully. Don't listen with your filters. Listen clearly. And you will know if they're real or not. You don't have to ask them. Just listen to them speak, and you will know. So the problem is that we tend to listen with filters on. We tend to listen with emotions on. Listen with logic.
Yeah. I've said this 100 times, man. Listen to understand, not to respond. And the more you listen, the more you're going to learn about somebody who's speaking to you, man. Because if they're talking about somebody else, they're probably talking about you too. So
it's like you have a friend that may speak about somebody every once in a while, but you have somebody who's always constantly complaining about somebody. Come on.
Yeah. Amen.
Understand your audience. And if you start bitching about that person later on, well, you foobar because you heard that person so many times bitch and complain. You just couldn't get past it until it affected you.
Oh yeah. I have not heard the term foobar in about fucking 5 years. That's fucking
I love
fabulous.
the fact that you just said foobar.
Hey, listen, if you guys remember that movie, fucked up beyond all recognition.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
100%. See, I thought it was pretty cool that Jonas traveled, down the route of the bird, and that dude can tell you everything about everything. about why he put that cigar as whatever bird that is. Yep. The fact that you took that, all he had to do is, let's go down this path, and your mind just went straight for it.
Boom.
Yeah, it's great.
And listen, our next line is coming up. It's called Ethos.
That's what I was about to say. Let's go into the next line. You've talked about it a couple of times, so let's talk about Ethos.
Yeah, so Ethos is our next line. We have 2 cigars coming out in July. I mean, we have no ban on it right now. This is the Connecticut, and then we have a Habano coming out. Right? What is Ethos? So Ethos is a brainchild between myself, our partner Cigar Crumbs, aka the designer. So Ernie and I blended them. Francesco and I came up with the names. Right? So Ernie and I we blended them last year in the Dominican Republic back in February, March of last year. And we went through multiple iterations of them. And Francesco and I said, bro, this next line is going to be between $9.50 and $11, right? And I said, but I want to speak to who we are again, right? So the core line was the wolves, but so the next line still has to speak to who we are, right? That's imperative. So both Francesco, myself, and my partner Ernesto, all 3 of us, we're big believers in Stoicism. I'm not sure if you guys follow it, know about it.
Okay.
So Stoicism is the study of morality, humility, charity, and self-reflection. Been around before Christianity. It's not a religion, but it's a way of thinking. Right? So Ethos is based on Stoicism. And our first cigar is called The Echo.
Okay.
Why is it called Echo? Because the band itself is a mirror. Right? And the idea is that when you buy the cigar and you're smoking and you're looking at the band, you're looking at yourself. You're reflecting.
I like it, man.
So again, the next line may not be about wolves, but it's still based on our beliefs and how we treat each other and how we treat people in life.
100%, man. Yeah, I love the thought process behind it because you guys didn't just be like, hey, let's name a disc because it sounds cool and we're going to get a bunch of people liking it. You know what I mean? Like, you guys actually put that thought behind it and push forward with your beliefs and your thoughts and fucking life, man. It's awesome.
And the thing is that we're bringing all the value to the consumer. We're not spending that much money on the boxes, on the aesthetics. We're bringing all the value to the tobacco to bring it to the consumer. So that cigar costs $50. It should be costing you about $12. If it costs $11, it's costing around $14.
So Echo is number 1. What is number 2?
Pathos. Passion.
Nice.
And the last one is Logos. Logic.
Okay.
So any line that we come up with is always going to be based on our beliefs and how we feel.
It's awesome, man.
So you can literally take those 3 cigars and you have the mirror, which is pretty much looking inward at yourself to find the passion and logic into everything that you do.
100%.
Wow.
Now, like I said, every line that we come up with, there's a story behind it and there's a reason behind it. And it matches who we are.
Damn.
I'm gonna throw this in here real quick, just because I'm the king of throwing in weird shit at weird times. I lit up a second cigar. I did not want to smoke another one of yours tonight. I wanted to smoke something else after it because that's kind of what I do. This is the most terrible cigar. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I'm so fucking disappointed right now. So I guess that tells me how much I enjoyed the fucking first one.
Exactly. It's hard to go from a Frankie or a Jerry to something else.
I'm so pissed right now.
You have to go to something a little bit more full body, maybe on the medium strength side, right? But you have to go to something a little bit more full body, right? And in order to get the expression you're looking for after smoking a Frankie, right?
Yeah, I want to put this out and go to bed. Like, I'm just so fucking pissed right now. So I'm done talking about it. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I am very frustrated right now.
I appreciate you and understand you. How about that?
Absolutely.
Look at this real quick. So here's my nub, right? That's the Frankie I was smoking.
Hell yeah.
Look, I'm going to take that. I'm going to put it in here.
I love your segue. let's go into the pipes.
Let's go into that.
Right now, look at this. That's a little nub I had right there. Right. Look at that. Okay.
I need that. I really do.
Yeah.
Now look, guys,
right.
I can enjoy this. Friggin' that.
Yeah, I should probably just buy one of them. Go ahead.
So let's talk about the pipes.
Let's do it. Well, so
right.
Everybody know this. This is how we started. We didn't start off with cigars. This is how we started. It was my partner's genius. This was a birthday gift, not this one. The first one did not look anything like this. But
okay,
how this business started was as a birthday gift for my business partner to show his respect and love for me as his brother, and the fact that he got tired of me losing cigars in my friggin' garage in the last place I rented because it rained outside. And it friggin', you'll see half a cigar completely soaked. You'll see nubs all over the friggin' place. And he said, you know what? I'm gonna create him a pipe for cigars. And he did it by hand, guys. By hand. Machines. A machete and a sander. And a drill press. Like, guys, I'm not even making this shit up.
The video of him doing the basic outline with a machete is freaking amazing.
Amazing.
Listen, I tried to make a pipe one day and everybody was laughing at me. I'm like, I'm scared. I'm gonna cut a finger off. I'm gonna cut my thumb off. Right? And bro, he's just there. He's an artist. He's an artist and he loves it. And the new pipes, the new designs he's doing is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, like, where my partner shines, he may not speak a lot, guys, because his lack of English. But man, start talking to him about the wood and the pipes and the ashtrays, and he'll start singing. Like, that's his joy. He fell in love with. He loved tobacco when we first met. He enjoyed cigars, but when we started becoming really tight, he became a cigar connoisseur like me, essentially.
Wow.
Right? And then that was it. And we got into this business. I told him, bro, we have a business. And he's like, let's do it. And let me tell you, where he started to where he's at right now, night and day.
There's no other way to put it other than he's a fucking artist, man. Like, I've watched those videos and I'm like, this fucking dude, his hands and what he's creating, man, it's a work of art. Like, it's fucking impressive.
He takes such a pure passion to what he does, and one thing I want to say to you guys before I forget, I want to take time to thank Toro Cigar Company for being a huge supporter of our brand over the past couple of years. They've been our brothers. They've been amazing. If you want to catch our cigars online, if you can't find them local, go to Toro Cigar Company. If you want to see our vintage lines, which is the same brand but just older, aged longer, Atlanta Cigars still have some cigars left, of our old vintage brands, and you get a good discount from them if you're a member. But that, guys, like, we've come a long way thanks to the huge support of the community, huge support of the people we met online, not only in person. We have a Family by Loyalty lounge now. That the Alchemy Lounge in Knoxville became our biggest supporter and became the first Family by Loyalty lounge ever. Right?
Yep, that's where I love.
They outsell every other brand in their shop. Family by Loyalty outsells them all.
That's amazing.
All right? Family by Loyalty outsells every other cigar in that shop. And then we have a new shop. I can't tell you the name of it yet because it's not ready yet for another couple of months. It's going to be in Arizona. My brother Chase, I'm not going to say his last name, and his dad, my brothers from another mother, they're starting their lounge in Arizona, and they're going to be our second Family by Loyalty lounge coming in the next couple of months. And I've been telling everybody, we won't be at PCA, but my wife and I will be going there to PCA, not having a booth, but you're going to see us walking around. We're going to be with our brother Chase and his father and the new lounge coming up. So if you guys are at PCA, you're going to see us there.
Nice. Yeah, Charles and I are a year out. We're going to try to do PCA next year as a press and kind of go around and have some fun with the guys. But we're holding off a year. but we're definitely in for next year, man. 2026, we're gonna hit it up and hit it big, man.
Just to be clear, like we don't have a booth this year, right? We didn't have a booth this year at PCA or TP. We actually took a break off doing the events this year so we could focus more on the new line that's coming out. Because we also have another line that we want to come out this year that it may be pushed back to end of the year. Okay, I've been talking a lot about it online in the past 6 months called the Nix. That's our next high level line, right?
Okay, so I guess that goes into my last question: is what do you got coming up? What's the future?
Well, we got the Ethos, what we talked about already, right?
Right.
And following our Ethos will be our next line, Nix.
Okay.
Now, Nix, it was supposed to be due this year, guys, but I'm sorry. It's my fault. I'm at blame. I'm going to say why I'm at blame. Because after the cigar aged a few months and I've done multiple different releases of that brand, trying to taste it, right? I'm still not 100% happy. And this is where my anal-ness comes into play, guys. I'm sorry about that. I really am, but that's how I am. I can't explain it. And if I have to delay a release because I'm not happy with it, I will delay it. I'd rather be 100% happy with it and deliver it to you guys 100% happy with it than deliver it where I'm only 75% happy with it. And that's just who I am.
Oh, yeah.
And we appreciate that.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
Charles and I have always said, man, if you, I know I might be jumping ahead a little bit here, but man, if you ever want to come on to promote something or you want to come on to, when you're releasing a new brand, let us know, man. Get with us in advance, and we'd be happy to help you promote.
I'll be more than happy to, of course, man. Listen, before we launch Ethos publicly, I don't mind sending you guys some samples out, right? Having tried them out first, right? I have no problem with that. Listen, the more feedback I get, the merrier. Because look, even though I smoke on my palate, I'm not stupid. I know that not everybody has the same palate, right? But I have to be happy with it.
Yeah.
So like, I send out samples to everybody. And I get some people say to me, "Oh, I love this one. This one's okay." And the other one be like, "I love the other one, and this one's okay," right? It's fine. I'm just trying to get feedback because I know how I feel, and I just want to make sure that other people are either feeling similarly or not.
Yeah,
right?
we never try to, like, we're not trying to get anything, samples, free sticks, and because we will always buy because we want to support you. We want to support the stores. We want to support brick and mortar. But if you're ever trying to promote something, man, or you want us to try something just to get feedback, absolutely. We're 100% there for you, man. But we just want to promote you guys 100%.
And that's what I'm trying to say to you. No, like, I have no problem sending out free cigars. Here's the thing. I don't mind sending, I'm going to say this publicly. So you guys, if you hear this from me, you heard it from here first. I don't mind sending cigars to a podcast for you guys to try, especially on a new release that hasn't been released yet. Only if I already spoken to you first. Only if we had a live first. Why? Because if I don't vibe with you, I'm not sending you a cigar. This is what it is.
So we're okay.
It's also,
all right.
Yes, we're good now.
I was about to say, it's also got to get annoying that I guarantee you probably get hit up way too often asking, "Hey, will you send me some cigars?"
Oh my goodness! You know what warned me about it?
Get annoying.
The first person to worry about it was the one I pissed off the first time, Jonas. He says to me, "One day somebody's gonna piss you off the way you pissed me off on IG." He literally said that to me, right? And he was right. He was 100% right. Because guys, let me say something to this, right? Some owners won't say this, but I'll say it because I don't give a fuck. If I'm selling 100,000 cigars a year, right? How many of those cigars are going out of samples? Take a guess.
10,000.
Oh,
wow.
God. 20.
I thought I was going high.
Between 15 and 20,000 a year.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Because you got to think. Look, you go to a lounge, right? You give one cigar to the owner. Oh, I need my regulars to taste it. Okay. Here's 2, 3, 4, 5, right?
Wow.
You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, I get that.
100%. And that's another thing that we said from minute one, man. Like we're never gonna be like, hey, we're not asking for anything. We're gonna buy them and support the brands we love. I mean, if somebody wants to send us something to say, hey, try this because I want your opinion on it, fuck yeah, we're down.
Yeah, of course.
But we're not we're not going to ask for it because we're trying to support the people. And that's why we started a Patreon to kind of keep the wives off our back, because it helps pay for the cigars for us to smoke for the episodes.
Of course.
But we're not filling our humidor. You know what I mean?
Nick, here's my opinion to you and Charles, which I'm sure you guys are doing it already, right? But a lot of people don't do this. If you never, ever had a live with that brand before, right? And you never smoked the cigars, isn't it kind of disrespectful to ask them for free cigars?
100%.
Right? I mean, if you to think about it, isn't it kind of like a slap in the face? Now it's different. Now, Charles, this is our second time we're doing this, right? We got to know each other. Now I can say to you guys, hey, yo, Charles, Mick, listen, I have the new line coming up. I want you guys to taste this. That's different than you come to me, never talking to me before. Hey, man, I want to support the brand. Can you send me a few cigars to do a podcast?
Yeah.
This is my face.
Exactly.
How is that supporting the brand when you're asking for them to give it away?
Hey. And some people, they'll tell you, like, they never responded to me because you don't want me to respond to you.
Yeah. 95% of the brands, 95% of the brands that we smoke and obviously have on the episodes, like we've been fans of for a long time. You know what I mean? Like it's just there's a couple of them that was like, hey, try this. And that's where we ended up, and we ended up having them on the show. But most of the time it's somebody we know.
So Mick Charles, you support us, we support you. And I hope you've seen that, right? A lot of brands,
100%.
I think most of us, I'm not gonna speak about all of us. I think a good portion of us, you support us, we support you, hands down. Right?
100%.
Right?
We've had nothing but support, man.
But if you go, give me, and you do one post, it's like,
no.
Really?
Yeah, that's a little one-sided.
You're not a fan. You're not a supporter.
Yep.
Right? So it's just being honesty, right? Like, guys, I love the community. I love what I do. I love speaking to everybody. I don't care what color you are. I don't care what language you speak. I don't care about any of that.
Hell yeah.
All I care is that we can have a civil conversation. We could joke around, smoke good cigars, and that's it.
Hell yeah, man. That's what the whole community is about.
Right? I mean, what is better than the cigar community? The fact that you can sit next to the person that works at McDonald's to your right, person to your left is the CEO of the company, person in front of you is a programmer, person across from you is the mayor, the other person is a lawyer. What other community can you meet a diverse selection of people from different walks of life and call these people your brothers?
Yeah.
Think about that.
Nowhere.
There's not one.
Exactly my point. That's why I love this community. That's why I love going to cigar lounges. That's why I love working the humidor. It's just something I enjoy. It's a passion. What can I say?
Oh, you just said it right there, because I mean, it's crazy that the next line coming up, one of the cigars means passion. To me, that probably should have been one of the first, because you're proving the passion that you have. You're not somebody out here that just is doing a cigar because it's the cool thing to do. You have the passion. So
here's funny part, right? Now that you brought that up, I've been told a couple of times, Alan, how come you didn't come up with a line that was cheaper than you? And my response is simple. I needed to create something that I was super, super proud of. I needed to create something that I could put my name behind all my pride, all my love, all my passion, and I love those cigars. And that's the reason why I came up with that core line at that price point first. I needed to prove to myself first, and then to the world, secondly, I can make complex cigars.
Oh, yeah.
That was my original goal, and I did it. Now my second goal is, all right, now I'm about to make a value line.
You got to be true to yourself first.
Right? But I had to do it that way. Why I had to do it myself? Because I had to prove it to myself. That was a mission for myself, not for anybody else.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So you're going to appreciate my final question for you before we get into the last portion.
Sure.
And this comes from Jonas himself.
All right.
So when the first time I ever met him, when we were going through his core line, he basically had his core line set up from what you would smoke from beginning to end. And I love the fact that he put that kind of thought into it. So
what do you mean by that, beginning to end?
Like when you wake up in the morning, your first cigar is this, and he had it to where all the colors of the bands were from morning to evening. The strength was from morning to evening. It went from a little bit lighter to more full to a little bit lighter to end it off with a little more full.
Yeah.
So I stole that question and I asked that to every brand owner. So my question to you is this: I'm going to smoke your entire core line today.
Mm-hmm.
Take me through a walk of what I'm going to smoke and whether it's a beverage pairing or a food pairing. How am I going to enjoy your cigars? Not according to everybody else. This is you smoking your line.
All right. You guys, first and foremost, take what I'm saying with a grain of salt.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's palate's different. I want to know what Allen is going to do.
I want to say this because I paraphrase what's 25 years because I can smoke cigars with it. Okay, guys? Not everybody can do that, right? So I just want to be clear that, my opinion is definitely extremely subjective. Okay? That's the one. All right. So, but I have to go for the general community. You can smoke Hati or Skull in the beginning of the day with a cup of coffee. Coffee with some milk or café con leche, as we say here in Miami. Okay? You could smoke a Hati and Skull a bit of the day or even late evening, and you'll be just as happy. You'll smoke a Frecky and Jerry probably around 11 noon, maybe up to like anytime you want that evening, and a Fenrir anytime afternoon. Okay? Now, for me, I can smoke a Frecky bright and early with a cup of coffee. That's just me with nothing in my stomach. Then again, I've been smoking for 25 years. Right? So, but I didn't blend with the colors to match the strength level. I blended to mindfuck you. And that's the truth. Because when I blended Connecticut, I wanted everybody to think, oh, this is such a mild Connecticut. I'm like, yeah, it is, the first third. Right? Hey, I did that purposely. Right? So all of my lines, the way they start, not the way they finish. And that's why, because of my ADHD. I want the cigar to entertain me. I want the cigar to make me keep thinking. So I didn't blend them to be, oh, this is your daytime versus your nighttime. I blended them to say, smoke that Hati as your first thing in the morning on an empty stomach and watch it smack you in the second half.
I did that.
And did you not notice that cedar picked up? Did the head pick up?
A little bit, yep.
Right? So that's how I blend to keep you guessing.
Well, see, my favorite first thing in the morning is coffee and a Connecticut broadleaf or something like that. I like the Red Meat Lovers Club with a coffee. That's usually something like the way I will go into in the mornings.
So you should have a Hati with a cup of coffee. Let me know how you think about that on Grand Toro.
All right.
Or even if you want a shorter smoke, try a Hati in a pipe size, which is about a 35 to 40 minute smoke. And it's gonna smack you with cedar from the moment you light it and leave head. Now, if you're smoking a Grand Toro, it's gonna take you on the journey. It's gonna start off sweet, creamy with hints of cedar on the back end, right? But then you get that second half, and it's gonna be like, now you know who the fuck I am.
Oh yeah.
I do remember smoking the Connecticut and thinking it was flavorful, and then realizing that when I got done smoking it and I stood up and went, oh, okay, cool. This one's got more power than I thought. And I didn't realize it until I stood up to go walk and get more coffee.
And you know, it's funny. That's the reason why I made Hati. Now, my next Connecticut, that's one's gonna be part of the Ethos line. It's gonna be Echo. Okay, it's nothing like Hati. Nothing.
Okay.
When I say nothing, I mean it doesn't taste nothing similar whatsoever. I personally blended it to be completely different, and I also blended this to the hope that my wife will like it. Now, when I say my wife, because my wife doesn't like Connecticut's at all.
Neither does
every
mine.
Connecticut she smoked, she has hated, including mine.
Huh.
Okay. She loves every other cigar in my line except for the Connecticut. Okay. So when I came up with this one, I said, I think my wife's gonna love this one. And when I brought it back for her to try it, she was like, is that a Connecticut? I'm like, it is. And she was like, but I actually like it. I'm like, fuck yes, I did it. I made a Connecticut she likes.
That's phenomenal.
I will say that mine is pretty much the same boat because she hates Connecticut's. Her first cigar that she smoked was a Liga 9 back when Saka and them were doing Ligas. So that was her first cigar, and that's what knocked her into, I'm going to smoke cigars. So when I was having yours, when she took a couple of puffs off of it, she's like, yeah, not my boat, and just walked out. So she is not a Connecticut fan either.
My wife neither. Trust me. But when she smoked this one, she made this.
Okay.
She goes, I don't get all that cedar spice. Now, what changes though? The Hati is an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with a Criollo binder. There's an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper with a Mexican San Andres binder.
Oh.
And the filler is different than Hati as well. So this cigar takes you on a different journey.
The journey is what it's all about, man.
It's got
those
flavor and complexity.
Yes. So it completely changes what this Connecticut is telling you.
Oh yeah.
See,
well,
yeah,
you want to.
I want to say this one thing before we end this call is I want to say this, like some people when I first started this brand, they said to me, Allen, you need to come up with your flavor profile, and so everyone knows you for that flavor profile. And I said, nope. I'm creating cigars that have either one or more transitions in body and strength. I'm creating cigars that are a little bit more complicated as far as flavor profiles are concerned, because I'm catering to my fellow brothers and sisters who have ADHD and cannot stand a single dimensional cigar, because I cannot. Yeah. And that's what I blend for.
So last night we I'm not going to say well, I guess I can, but we smoked a very good cigar last night for our podcast.
Yep.
But it was the exact same flavor profile throughout, and it did not get the score because I'm getting spoiled by some of the brand owners we've had on, some of the stuff we love and what we do. I don't know. The score was not probably, I don't know. Some people would disagree with us. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're wrong, because we kind of do have ADHD with we want those changes, those transitions. We want to see the change and feel the change every step of the way. And I personally did not get that last night with what we smoked. With yours tonight, oh yeah, there was some changes, there was some transitions, and it was fucking awesome, brother. I enjoyed the roller coaster.
I will say this: if I wanted to go on a merry-go-round, I would go to the county fair and sit there and just let the damn thing go round and round. I like a roller coaster, so I go to Six Flags. I want to go up, I want to go down, I want to go around the corner, I want to do a flip. I want to be entertained. I don't want to watch a movie that the plot line is the same thing, where it's boy meets girl, girl says hi, girl hates guy, they love each other. I want to be like, oh my God, what's going on? I want to sit there and go, I can't use the bathroom because I have to finish watching this damn movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. You said it perfectly. I mean, that's it, right? And
he always does.
That is our flavor profile, though, right? When people ask, what's your flavor profile? Well, it's to keep you guessing. Our flavor profile is that every time we come with a new line, I want it to be unique, different.
Oh, yeah.
Right? It can't
want to
taste
be
the same.
interesting.
Oh. Yes, every time. Why? Because I'm blending cigars for me. Like, listen, every morning I say to myself, what am I smoking this morning? I look at my cigars. I look at Apothecary cigars. I look at so many different other lines. Okay, and I'm like, what am I smoking this morning? What do I feel like having? Right? What's gonna go in my coffee this morning? And then when I go to cigar lounges, you know what I do when I go to every new cigar lounge I've been to? I go into the humidor and I look for a cigar I've never smoked yet. I always do that. whether I hate it, whether I somewhat like it, whether I throw it in the garbage, whether I love it, it don't matter. I'm always trying to figure out, can I smoke something?
Yep.
Well, see, when I first got into cigars, my wife was not a cigar smoker. So when we would go into a humidor, we had a system. I would go get the normal stuff that I would like. And she, as the typical, woman, she would go in there and she would pick 3 cigars that she thought looked cool. Just, what caught her eye. And I would come home and she was like, try these. And the next time we do the same thing. That's how I went from thinking that the regular legacy brands were the end all be all to realizing that these little bitty named companies that nobody's ever heard of until now, that's where the quality is. That's where that's where the love, that's where the passion is. And that's still her thing now, even though she enjoys cigars. Now it's not, she's going in there to pick cigars for me. She's like, hey, I know you like this one. Here you go. And I'll look at what she's got. And she's like, I've never heard of any of these. I'm smoking them.
That's awesome. And that's the same thing I do. And literally, that's exactly what I do. I go into a humidor, I'm like, I haven't had that yet. Or if I go to a cigar event and I meet a new brand owner, I'm like, bro, it's a cigar. Let me try it. You want one of mine? Me? Like, I'm all about that. Like,
I say every time, man. There's bands.
Right?
Sorry, go.
And I was gonna say to you that this weekend I was at Banff and we did an event there, right? We had our cigars there, but I had cigars from Black Pearl Cigar Company. I had the Connecticut. I enjoyed it completely, right? And I love that. First time I had it, right? I love trying new brand owners' cigars. Love it. There's no hate. Like for me, it's like, yo, what you make? Is that shit phenomenal? Is that shit great? Is it good? And they'll say to me, Allen, I want your honest opinion. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, are you sure? So I'm wrong.
Don't ask if you don't want it.
Exactly. Don't ask me if you don't want it. Just be honest.
Yeah, man. Some of these people are getting real creative. That's all I was going to say was that the bands always, to me, if I'm between something, I try to do the same thing. I try to try something new every time. And some of these bands are fucking phenomenal, man. You have a really good band game as well. So it's definitely a great design and it stands out. So
thank you, brother. And listen, big props goes to Cigar Clubs. Francesco.
Hell yeah.
And
absolutely.
Ken and I, we start talking, start designing. Forget about it. He comes with something amazing every time. Like, fuck, you blew me away again. Wait till you see freaking Ethos, Pathos, and logos. Oh man.
Oh, I can't wait.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be wow.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be amazing, guys.
Well, the last thing that we always do on the podcast is we have what we call the hot box questions. And it's 10 simple questions that we like to ask. You get to have fun with. And we love it when we're with somebody who is that basically speaks their mind because they enjoy and they get to have fun with it. So that's what we're going to go into next. But before we do that, we have to say thanks to a brother of all of ours, and that's Beard Apothecary. Beard Apothecary is a small business dedicated to crafting high-quality beard care products made in small batches to ensure freshness and attention to detail. Proper beard care is essential for maintaining well-healthy, groomed beards, and using only premium butters and oils is crucial. These high-quality ingredients deeply nourish the hair and the skin, preventing issues like dryness, irritation, and split ends. Beard Apothecary's commitment to using only the best natural ingredients ensures that your beard stays soft, manageable, and looking its best. Check them out at beard_apothecary or online at beardapothecary.com. Your beard will love you for it. And as people who are on here who absolutely love Beard Apothecary stuff, I have the candle, I have the beard butter, and I have the car diffuser in my car. I absolutely love everything that Beard Apothecary.
I use the beard butter, and I actually love it. My wife loves it too.
Yeah, man.
My
absolutely. I use the beard butter. I have the car diffuser, and shout out to John. I have the bougie grunt. Sorry, I almost forgot the name. He sent me the thing today that is just coming out on their website. That is the best fucking smell they make, man. I'm just a little partial. It's my favorite.
Did Rob just say Aldi Jizz? Yo, Rob, I am so
Yes,
on tomorrow morning, and I'm telling him, what's up, Aldi Jizz? That's it. I'm saying it, just so you know. Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, he said that before, that we all have Aldi Jizz on our face. That's what it said. He said last time in our herf. Yeah. It's kind of his thing, I think. Yeah.
I think he's just jealous because he can't grow a beard.
That's pretty accurate. Yeah. We love you, Ruff. Don't bury me under the fucking gators. I don't know.
I'm done. I'm so calling John tomorrow morning, telling him Aldi Jizz. That's it. I'm done.
Yep. I will say this. My wife loves the beard butter. She loves the way it smells. My kids love the car diffuser. They get in the car and we hit a bump and that it releases all the oils and stuff. My daughter will sit back there and go, "That smells good." And it's like,
hell yeah. My nephew says the same thing. Cat, it smells amazing.
Yep.
All right.
Amazing stuff.
Mick, let's go into it. Question number 1.
All right. Here we go. Favorite sports team?
Don't watch this.
Nice. Favorite cuss word?
Fuck.
Why not? Aisle seat or window seat?
Aisle seat all day. See how tall I am? 6'4". Fuck that.
I did not realize you were 6'4". Damn.
Yes.
Okay.
So this one is always a hit or miss. What is your favorite joke? Everybody says I'm not a joke person. What's your favorite joke?
I'm not really a joke person, but I will say, here's what I'm saying to you this. If you say something that I could reverse on you, I promise you I will.
Okay.
Right?
You like to play Uno.
So if you say something just offhand, then I'm like, what, these nuts in your mouth? And I'll just catch you off guard. Like, it depends on what you say. If you say something I can use against you, I promise you I'll use it against you.
Hell yeah. All right, so this one has had mixed emotions lately. I should have stopped after last night because I got 3 for 3. But is cereal a soup?
No.
All 3 said yes last night.
Cereal's not a fucking soup. How the fuck is cereal a fucking soup? I mean,
there's nutrients in a liquid, so it's a soup, man. I don't know.
Listen, there's nutrients in the liquid. I mean, that means you could say a lot of things to soup.
Okay, so
100%.
So growing up, I grew up poor as fuck. Okay, and one of the things is, my mom was working one day. It was a weekend. There was nothing in the cabinets. I found a box of fucking saltine crackers, right? And I look at the fridge. I saw there's like half a gallon of milk, right? And then I look at the cabinet. I still have some Nesquik. So what did I do? I take the saltine crackers, put it in a bowl, crush them bitches, pour some powder on it, pour some milk, and I got some cereal. They ain't fucking soup.
Okay. I will say, going on that lines, coming from somebody who grew up the same way, animal crackers and milk was the cereal or goldfish I tried.
I tried with animal crackers.
Animal crackers.
They both sound like an outstanding. They both sound like an outstanding soup.
The goldfish had to be horrible. Goldfish had to be horrible. Yeah. Animal crackers is good.
All right. So if you could switch lives with any fictional character, who would it be?
Fucking never thought about that. That's hard.
I love when people think about these.
All right. How about this one? Gandalf the Grey.
All right.
Okay.
You know why?
I'm waiting.
Because he says a wizard is never late, nor is he on time. He arrives precisely when he means to. And I always say, Sanabria is never late, nor is he on time. He arrives precisely when he fucking means to.
Okay. Perfect.
And not for nothing, my daughter's middle name is Precious. Why do you think I named her Precious? Not because I wanted her to be a stripper. Okay. My middle name's Precious because I'm a big J.R.R. Tolkien geek.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
See, I'm the Harry Potter geek, so
My kids are.
yeah.
All right, so this kind of goes along the same lines. What superpower would you want, and why?
Oh man, I think if I had one superpower, you know, if I was younger, I would have said probably X-ray vision as a teenager, right? And then as I got older, I probably would have said flying, right?
Yeah.
Now, on the strength of keeping it real, to read motherfuckers' minds, so that when I'm talking with them, I know what the fuck they're really thinking about, and I really know how to freaking take care of that conversation at that moment at the time.
Nice.
Love it.
That's 100% real. I like that.
Oh yeah.
All right. So, what special skill or talent do you have that not many people know about?
I don't have a special skill or talent except for the fact that whatever I put my mind to, I'll get it done.
Well, see, that's a special skill or talent because there's a lot of people in this world that can't do that.
Because the thing is for me, I'm not a talented programmer. I have to read the same page 5 or 6 times, 7 times. I'm not talented at anything I do except for the fact that whatever I put my mind to, I will give it my fucking all. Not 100%. I'll give it 1,000% until I understand it as well as I can from my mental capacity. So my special talent is that whatever I focus on is getting all of me.
I love it.
Nice.
Man. Love it. So, number 9. Would you rather accidentally send a nude to your mom or your boss?
If my mom was alive, I'll probably say my mom because she'll bust my balls and just fucking crack jokes on me all fucking.
Bravo, brother.
Okay.
Bravo.
I thought I raised you bigger than that.
Like, you think you're pressing me, motherfucker?
So the last
awesome.
one of the night is my favorite one. And knowing you've got something lined up for this one. What is the best piece of advice you have ever been given?
Listen and you will understand. If you try to always talk over everybody else, you'll never know who you're speaking with. Which is why it goes back to the beginning of our conversation 2 hours ago, right? Yes, I like to talk a lot, but trust me, as we become friends, I will listen to you speak and I will know who you are based on what you tell me all the time. And if I pull away from you, it's probably because you did some crazy ass shit constantly.
Oh yeah.
So that being said, listen carefully before you speak, because me specifically, my whole life, I tend to speak fast, get words out of my mouth because of my ADHD. I'll forget what I have to say. But I've learned the older I get, what I've learned is, Alan, shut the fuck up. Listen more. Because when you listen more, you really understand who you're speaking with.
Hell yeah. Absolutely.
Well, on that note, the floor is yours for the final one. Let everybody know where they can find your stuff. Where's the best place online that they can find and purchase everything that you got? Where can they find you? Let everybody know Family by Loyalty.
You guys, you can find us at TotalCigarCompany.com. They're our premier online retailer. You can also find our vintage lines at AtlanticCigar.com. And then, depending on what city and state you're on, you can find our cigars locally. Our cigars are scattered through South Carolina, Tennessee, Indiana, Texas, California, New York, New Jersey, right, Connecticut, Virginia, right? So we're making our way, guys. We're making our way across the United States, across different cities. You know, it's not easy for a young brand to make it out there, right? We need you guys to speak more about our brand. If you enjoy our cigars, you buy them from Total Cigar Company, speak to your local brick and mortar, right? Let them know you enjoy the cigar. Let them know that you will support the brand if they had it at the lounge, right? Because without you guys, honestly, it doesn't matter. Because a lot of these lounge owners, on the strength of keeping it real, they don't know how to move cigars. And when I say that, I know it sounds like a dick move. I'm being honest. Okay, because if you know how to upsell, you know how to move cigars. If you bring in a new line to your cigar line, you should get that line 60 to 90 days minimum, and you should promote it for 60 to 90 days. If you don't do that, how you expect the cigar to move? So that being said, guys, if you like a certain boutique brand, craft brand, you order online, let your local lounge owner know about it, right? That will help out the brands out quite a bit. And let us know that you did that. I support supporters. Trust and believe that. I support supporters.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I appreciate it.
And in us living, especially in the cigar industry, as much as Instagram kills and hates what we do, because they just absolutely killed us over the last week.
Yeah.
One of the biggest cigar communities lives on Instagram. So if you are smoking these smaller boutique brands, post the stuff online, let people know that you're enjoying it, because there's a lot of people that don't know that these brands exist.
A lot.
So with that, man, I do want to thank you for jumping on here. I know that I loved having you on the last time, and
it was an absolute pleasure, brother.
I got so much more knowledge about who you are and what you stand for and what you're about just from being on here tonight. So I appreciate you jumping on here, and it was an absolute privilege to have you on here.
And guys, and I appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day. Like I said, I heard you guys at the beginning. I know you guys had a rough day, but you know what? Keep it pushing, keep it moving. You're doing it for the right reasons. Everything will play out, right?
Oh, yeah.
And when things get rough, trust me, I know rough. When things get rough, you just gotta pray harder and keep moving harder.
Oh yeah, man. No, I echo Charles 100%, man. You brightened my day. This definitely was one of the highlights of my day, and I'm so glad we could bring you to the people. You know, the people that follow us, the people that are watching, and you know, we'll live in infamy on you fucking YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, man. Hopefully people get to hear you're a motivational guy, man. And we appreciate everything you do, and keep putting out those bangers, man. We appreciate everything.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll keep in contact, trust me.
Absolutely.
100%. Thanks, man. We appreciate you jumping on tonight.
Blessings, everybody.
Take care, brother.
Peace.
And just like that, another guest has exited the building.
Are we just that blessed, or are we pretty good at this, man?
I said this a couple of times. Do you ever feel like you just went to church?
Man, yeah. I swear to God, we're either really getting good at this or we're blessed, man. Like, honestly, one or the other. It's fucking.
We are 100%.
It's unbelievable. Blessed. It's unbelievable. That was such a great fucking interview, man. I don't know.
So
awesome.
I know we, you know, some of the stuff that we have on mental health that we have on, but just the fact of bringing him on to do, let's don't talk cigars. Let's talk, you know, motivation. This guy
life.
This guy can talk life. I mean,
fuck yeah.
You can tell through the passion that he has for what he does that he's been through the shit, and he's stepping out of it. So
100%. He works through it, man.
Love the conversations that we have, and love the fact that he's willing to open up and just talk.
100%.
So I know you enjoyed the cigar. I already told you last night that I enjoyed the cigar. Let's go ahead and go into that real quick.
I'm going to do my review, and then I'm going to take a piss because I drank way too much fucking rum tonight. So it's real smoke, man. I got to be real. So I'm just letting you know what's going to happen. So I'm going to do my review. Aroma from the body. I got light floral, sweet tobacco, a little bit of leather. Aroma from the foot. I got sweet tobacco. I got barnyard. Taste from the cold draw. I got peppery, sweetness, and a little bit of hay. First third notes. I got pepper, a little bit of caramel, light cedar, light vanilla cream, some chocolate, maybe some citrus. The second third notes. I got some pepper, some butterscotch, dark chocolate, baking spices, a little bit of cedar. It was kind of nutty. Final third notes. I got light earth, black pepper, baking spices, a little bit of nutmeg maybe, dark chocolate, a little bit of cedar, and some almond. So my overall scores were The pre-light experience, 19 out of 20. Flavor enjoyment, 14 out of 15. Construction characteristics, 28 out of 30. Smoke production and final thoughts, 33 out of 35. For a grand total of 94.
Well, all right. What did you say your pre-light experience was? What was your score?
A 19 out of 20.
Cool. All right, so let's go into mine, and I will try to take this one a little bit slower if you need to go run in real quick or whatever.
I do. I just need to hear. I need to hear your final score, but you hit that. I'll be right back.
So, aroma off the body, chocolate and tobacco. Aroma off the foot, chocolate, molasses, and raisins. Taste off the cold draw, sweet tobacco, fruit cup syrup, sweetness. Fantastic draw. Could not ask for a freaking better draw. On the light, let's see. Earth, coffee, slight sweet note. Retro is earth, coffee, black pepper. Draw is fantastic and allows a lot of smoke. Into the first notes up front are earth mixed with dark chocolate note, followed by a slight nutty and floral sweetness at the end. The retro is black pepper, followed by dark chocolate, and ends with a vanilla cream sweetness. That's why I had a weird look when he said vanilla cream. I don't know if he can hear it, but damn, we both got that one. So a vanilla cream sweetness. Draw is great and allows lots of fluffy smoke. Burn is razor sharp, and the ash is tight and stacking dimes. It holds all the way through the third. Finish is clean and leaves a sweet and savory taste. Strength is a medium. I will say that one of the notes, I don't know if you heard, but and the reason I was shaking my head when you were giving yours, I said there was a slight nutty floral at the end. The retro is black pepper, followed by dark chocolate, and ends with a vanilla cream sweetness.
Very nice.
Into the second, third notes up front are dark chocolate mixed with almonds, followed by a vanilla floral note. A mineral note that is in the distance, leaving a sweet but salty note on the lips and tongue. Retro is less dark chocolate, but it's still there. White pepper and floral citrus is the main note, ending with a mineral note in the background. Burn is still great, no issues. Ash held midway through the third. Smoke is still thick and full, and the finish is long and enjoyable, medium plus strength. Final third notes. The final third brings lots of coffee, earth, bitter chocolate up front with a slight salty mineral note on the finish. The retro is lots of the same dark chocolate mineral with a slight floral. The burn started to get a little bit crazy down one end, but needed a slight touch up, nothing major. Smoke is still thick, pleasant, finish is long, and the ash is slightly flaky, medium plus strength. So on the scores, pre-light experience, 20 out of 20. Flavor enjoyment, 14 out of 15. Smoking construction and characteristics, 28 out of 30. Smoke production and final thoughts is a 33 out of 35, which leaves mine with a 95.
We are right there. Damn it. That's probably the closest we've ever been, like on exact. I don't know how we broke it down, man. That's unbelievable. I had no touch ups. A slight wavy ash held the whole way through. It was unbelievable smoke, man.
I will say that the average score is a 94.5. We do round up when it comes to a decimal. We end this one with a 95, the highest score we have ever given a cigar. So the Real Smoke Podcast gives the Freaky Box Pressed a 95.
Highest yet, cigar of the year. Obviously, it's gonna take something crazy to fucking beat that, man. That was a banger, dude. A banger.
100%. I think it's definitely going to be up there for one of the best ones that we smoked. I told my wife, she said, "What'd you think about the cigar?" And I said, "I think I just gave it the highest score that I've ever given a cigar."
That is the highest I've ever given.
Yeah. So, it was freaking fantastic. So great job, Allen You blended a freaking fantastic cigar.
I have like 2 more in my humidor, and I am interested, just like you did. I'm going to go back to this, and I doubt it was a fluke after you've smoked 3 or 4 of them. But it was outstanding, man. I would put this in my lineup pretty much every day. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, it was such a good cigar. I was impressed. I mean, that's the reason I smoked every one of them that I had, was because I did not think that the first one nor the second one was that good. But when you go 3 for 3 and then you smoke one tonight, and I took this one all the way down to where I couldn't hold it anymore. I need to get the pipe. I really do need to get that pipe.
Yeah.
So
great.
Got a couple things left to do to finish up. We've got cigar news, and we've got Meanwhile in Memphis. So let's get into cigar news real quick, if you're okay with that.
All right. Hell yeah.
So Cigar News is brought to you by Cigar Public. You can visit them online at cigarpublic.com or on Instagram at Cigar Public. Visit them to get all your cigar industry news, reviews, and so much more. So check them out and give them a follow on Instagram as well. Got 2 stories tonight. United Cigars expands their portfolio with the Gold Star. So in a press release, Gold Star is unearthed as a line extension for United Cigars' growing portfolio, handcrafted at Tabacalera William Ventura Cigar Factory in the Dominican Republic. First introduced to the market in 1995, the Gold Star line laid dormant until the release of the limited edition Gold Star in 2024 that helped raise over $30,000 for the Navy SEAL Gold Star program. Now releasing as an ongoing production, the line is keeping with the original iconic Gold Star as its symbol, with the facelift in the style of blending to highlight United Cigars' commitment to tradition, creating an unforgettable smoke experience. The Gold Star is a symbol of honor, pride, and accomplishment, offering an unforgettable experience and of tradition and present day. The Gold Star will be available in 3 popular sizes: a Robusto 5x52, Toro 6x54, and a Gordo 6.5x60. Each size blended with fillers made up of Dominican Ligeros, Criollo 98, and a generous helping of Connecticut broadleaf, delivering a rich, bold flavor profile. Sumatra binder holds the blend together, while stunning Ecuadorian Habano 2000 is on the wrapper. Sources from the famed region complements the package. There's a lot more on this one, but select retailers are going to be in Arizona, Kansas, Illinois, Nevada, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Franklin Cigars in Tennessee for all of our Tennessee lovers. Luxury Cigar Club, they're going to be in Michigan, Texas, and New Hampshire. You're going to get a matte blacks box of 20 cigars with the iconic Gold Star logo on the top. It will retail for $12 for the Robusto, $13 for the Toro, $14 for the Gordo. Expected to release in March 2025. So
very nice.
That sounds like it should be an interesting one. I love the purpose behind it, so that should be something to look forward to.
Okay.
Last one, Sober Mesa. If you are a Sober Mesa fan, they're going to release the Red. It's set for release tomorrow. Dumbarton Tobacco and Trust will begin shipping the eagerly anticipated Sober Mesa Red Liga on Tuesday, February 25th, 2025 to select retailers. The Red is limited production, 6 1/4 by 46 Parejo, packaged in a semi-natural dress box that is synonymous with the brand. The blend is a stronger version of the original 7 tobacco core recipe, featuring a dark Rosado Grade No. 1, Ecuadorian Habano Capa, and a San Andreas Nicaraguan seed leaf Pennsylvania Trippus. In 2015, the Core Liga was introduced to the marketplace simply as Sober Mesa. but was rebranded as the Sobremesa Salada in 2024 to provide a clear differentiation from the milder Connecticut shade Sister Puro Sobremesa Brulee. There's a whole lot more on there, but it's going to come out to about $17.95 per cigar or $233 per box. The red will be made available to qualified purveyors, and the initial production will be very, very limited. So if you are a fan of the Sobremesa, go check them out, and you'll probably go crazy for this one.
Sounds like a good one.
So really quickly, before you go into Meanwhile in Memphis, I almost forgot something, my man.
Oh, we got a giveaway, don't we?
We do have a giveaway. I'm looking on here, and I started seeing Real Smoke being hashtagged in the comments. So we probably need to do that. Remember, if you guys are on here, make sure you let us know. This is for the Cigar Vault in Oakdale. So we're going to need to get your full name, your address, your phone number, and your email address sent to us. Now, some of the people who won last night's podcast prizes still have yet to send us that information. So please do so. Cigar Loons podcast says, evening, everybody. So make sure that you type in hashtag real, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Type in hashtag Real Smoke in the comments. That way we can go ahead and get you in there. Go ahead and do that while I go ahead and share the screen. Got to do this. Too many buttons to push. It sucks ass.
It's pretty brilliant. It's pretty brilliant that we held everyone hostage till the end of the show for the prize. I like it. We should do this more often.
We did not hold anybody hostage because Allen held everybody hostage.
Allen could preach all day, brother.
Yeah. All right, so let's let this one rip. We have one prize that we're giving away today. This is it for the night. So again, if you get picked, you got to send us your information. PB, I don't know if that means peanut butter or whatever. We could come up with a lot of names that say that is PB, but we will keep it clean.
That is one of our Patreon subscribers.
PB, if you're on here, make sure you've got about 30 seconds.
Come on, tell me you're still on here, brother.
Nice. PB, you have about 30 seconds to respond on here to let us know that you're on here, or we're going to draw again. Colby says, congrats, PB. We don't see PB yet, so he may not be on here.
Did he bail?
About 15 more seconds. Whenever Mick gives me the 10-second countdown, we will go ahead and go for it.
I am going to crush him tomorrow at work. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
5. Okay, yeah. Next person.
All right. PB, I am so sorry. We would have loved to send that to you. But guess what? We are drawing again. Who is it going to be? Jason.
No way.
Jason, are you on here? I know you were on here. You're the one that actually got me to remember to do this. Wait.
That's the guy that won.
He won like
twice
22 times
from Norm's Lounge. Yeah. He loves this show. Phenomenal.
Jason. Jason, when we tell Norm that you won, he's going to ban you. I'm just saying.
He's going to quit either us or you.
It is repeat, he says.
Jesus, buddy. That's crazy. What is up with Bear? It's like Big Bear in training and Jason Bear.
Hey, Jason, do us a favor. If you win again, transfer the money into our account so we can get the next set of cigars. Just saying.
Or you can become a Patreon subscriber. Just saying. You know, we're never mind. I'm not begging. I'm not begging.
Help us out. You can do it. You know you love us. We've got you some free cigars now.
But I'm just saying.
Cigar Loons podcast says congratulations to Jason. Colby, man, this guy constantly comments. Love that he does. Congratulations,
Colby's
Jason.
Great fucking dude, man. Great dude. Love it.
The other bear says, "Got to be a bear to be a winner." Obviously,
every time, man.
Because it's either you or him. And if I could figure out a way to block you two from winning to give somebody else a chance, I would absolutely do it. But it won't let me. So, congratulations, guys. Mick, go ahead and just send Cigar Vault a message and say it's Jason Barry.
Yeah.
I don't need to even worry about getting that information. If they need it again, we'll just go back in our chats and just go ahead and
they don't need it. We're good.
Him again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just him again.
All right.
All right. So we ready for some?
Yep. Let's go ahead and do some. Meanwhile, in the lovely city of Memphis, I said that's so sad.
I have 3 quick stories, but they all have a really great point that I think you're going to enjoy. Axe attack. 76-year-old's car. 76-year-old's car damaged after crash. Memphis, Tennessee. Police are looking for an axe-wielding man caught on camera damaging a 76-year-old man's SUV after a fender bender in East Memphis. The victim, who did not want to be identified, but they posed with the newspaper,
what the fuck?
said him and his girlfriend went fabric shopping on Saturday morning. He said they were headed east on Poplar when he rear-ended a Chevy Impala. The victim said he pulled over and saw the other driver exit the Impala with something in his hand. The next thing he knew, the man was swinging an axe at his vehicle. It seemed more menacing as he got closer. He took a huge swing and knocked out the back window, one of the side windows, and then the windshield. So I'm just going to leave it at this. Look at this dude swinging an axe. It's pretty phenomenal. Yeah. So they were all freaking out. One witness said they video recorded it. Of course they did.
Dang it, Bobby.
The guy is still on the run, and there is a reward out for his arrest. That's all I know. There's a pretty good picture of the guy's windshield smashed up.
He's my hero. I want to be like him when I grow up.
It's pretty great. Dude just hopped out and started swinging an axe and fucking drove off with a dented bumper. All right. Woman steals $16,000 to shop at Walmart and DoorDash.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Memphis, Tennessee. A woman accused of stealing $16,000 from her boss's credit card to buy such things as DoorDash and Walmart is now in jail.
No.
This woman is charged with fraudulent use of a credit card. Not going to show the picture. You'd remember this one. Covington Police Department says they received information regarding a possible embezzlement. Trying to skip the woman's name. A search warrant was served on a home on the 500 block of Shiloh Road. Detectives say there were several items related to fraudulent credit cards that were found at the home. Fraudulent credit card purchases that were found at the home. At the time, this woman was detained. She's currently held on $20,000 bail and due in court later this week. So she basically admitted after she was arrested that the only reason she did this was to shop at Walmart and use DoorDash.
That's because the price of eggs are so high.
I kind of get it.
She was looking for hamburger meat, steaks, and eggs, so it would cost about $16,000.
That's pretty close. Yeah, you're not wrong. All right, so this isn't like
dozen of eggs.
The golden egg, possibly.
The golden egg.
So there's one part in this that I loved tremendously. It's not the funniest story in the world, but I love this. So victim robbed at gunpoint at Porsche dealership while he dropped his car off at the dealership at the Porsche dealership. So Memphis, Tennessee. Porsche was stolen from a dealership in Northeast Memphis Monday afternoon, according to police. Officers say they were called to a robbery of an individual at the Porsche dealership. The victim and his son say while they were in the back parking lot of the dealership unloading the Porsche, because they were getting their stuff out of it because it was going in for service, A newer model BMW SUV pulled up. The victim asked not to be identified. He said he drove over 2 hours to the Porsche dealership to get his car serviced with his 21-year-old son. The car was on a trailer. I did not even notice that earlier. Anyway, a male passenger of the BMW hopped out of the car and held the father and son at gunpoint and then stole the car. He said he stepped in to get the Porsche, and I heard the son say, "Don't do it." And he stepped back out and pulled the gun out, and the son hollered, "He's got a gun." And I said, "Get down and get in the truck." And he jumped in the car, and they were gone, said the victim. So
he said, she said, they said,
yeah.
We said.
So here's my favorite part.
That's what she said.
The police are looking for a man wearing a black ski mask, black joggers, and black hoodie. He is also said to have a black semi-automatic pistol in his pants. If you see this man, there is a $30,000 reward for his arrest. Holy
if you
fuck.
see this man, ask him, is there a pistol in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
What kind of description is that?
It's a Memphis description.
Black hoodie, black pants, black shoes, black socks, black underwear, black ski mask, black semi-automatic in his pants. If you see this man, come on, like what is that? I don't know. So anyway, some guy stole a Porsche. It's gone. Welcome to Memphis.
Welcome to Memphis. Meanwhile in Memphis. So, guys, if you got any stories from your area, make sure that you send it to us. Send it to the new podcast page and let us know. Let us know that your area is just as messed up as ours, because we would greatly appreciate it, because we just don't want to feel so bad about, what we live in, I guess you could say. But
Memphis.
I will say this, a couple of things before we cut out. Check in the podcast page. We are at 670. We're a few away from the 700. We didn't quite make it, but thank you to everybody who has jumped on the new podcast page. Check us out at RealSmoke_pod. This weekend is, if you live in or around Knoxville, this weekend is the Knoxville Whiskey Festival. I will be there checking it out. There's going to be a cigar lounge area. There's going to be a lot of whiskey tasting. There's a lot of different people from a lot of different distilleries that's going to be there. So if you are there, I'll be wearing the Real Smoke hat. Come up and say hi. I'm going to try to bring some stickers. I'll give you some stickers, get a picture with you. But if you are in the Knoxville area, come say hi to me at the Knoxville Whiskey Festival. Next week, we start the month of March. Next week, or March, is Women's Month. So we have started a month of female domination. And don't take that in any other way than what I just said. It is the month of female domination. So we are hoping to highlight 2 cigar brands that are female owned, as well as 2 whiskey brands that are run by female master distillers. So on March 6th, we have Desiree Silver from Drunk Chicken Cigars going to be on. On the 13th, we have Sin Coburn of Dissident Cigars. And then on March 20th, we have Alex Castle of Augusta Distillery, also former master distiller for Old Dominic out in Memphis. She's awesome. We're also talking with, I'm not going to say who she is right now, but we have been in contact for a month now with another master distiller. And she has made her way onto TV, onto different competitions and things like that. So we hope to finalize that one, and that will be the last week of March. So all month next month, we are going to be highlighting the different women who make both the cigar and whiskey industry run. So we look forward to that.
Yeah, super exciting, man. We love the women in our lives that back us up on everything, and the strong women CEOs and master distillers and brand owners, man. We want to promote them, and we want them we want to put them out there in the forefront, man. That's it's a great part of what this industry is about, and we're excited to do it. And I'm excited for all of them, but I'm super excited you got Alex Castle, man. I've been wanting to interview her and talk to her for a long time, so I'm excited for next month, man.
I told you when I had the idea that was my bucket list person to get on there, and I didn't care what other female master distiller we got on there. And there are so many great ones, everything from Woodford Reserve to the ladies who run and work at Jack Daniels to, all the different ones out there. But man, my bucket list person was to get her, and she reached out and said yes, she'd love to do it. So Alex Castle will be on week number 3. So thanks to everybody who jumped on here. If you are still listening, you are one of the few that are still on here at the very end. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, go hit the bell, the notification bell, go like us, make sure we get a bunch of likes on here, help boost all of our social media products, whatever you call it. Go check us out on Instagram at RealSmoke_pod. Anything else you want to leave everybody with, bub?
As always, take time this week and smoke a cigar with someone you love. I'll be posting everything this weekend from from this past week and what we have upcoming this coming week. And man, it's been a busy week, but it's been an awesome one. I love you, bro. Thanks for everything you do.
Hey, thanks for everything that you do, man. I mean, you've been going through the shit as well. Everybody, make sure that you send the links out to all of your different clubs and all your different groups. We'd love to try to get this one ranked up as high as we can. We're also, Mick is posting, I did some graphics. We're doing as of right now, for our first 20 episodes, the top 10 YouTube episodes, the top 10 Rumble episodes, and the top 10 Spotify episodes. And we'll do that every 20, 30 episodes or so, just to see, which ones are trending. If there's any of them that you haven't listened to or watched, go check those out. But make sure you send this out to everybody, because if you were on here and you listened to, the podcast tonight, there was some fire drop tonight. It was a fantastic episode. So have a great night. Hope to see everybody next week with Female Domination Month. Get your ladies on board. Let's get the ladies on here. Let's see how many women we can get to watch the episode next week. Let's see how many we can get to watch next month. We would love to, highlight them as well and get them in the comments as well. So
women only prize drawing. I like it. I don't know. I'm thinking. Anyway, go ahead.
Maybe. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out, brother.
Peace.
Mick and Charles with the firelight glow, cigars in hand, watch the embers slow. Talking life and whiskey, it's a show. Real smoke rides the breeze just so. Puff of wisdom with a sip of fun, guiding through the shadows till the day is done. Inhale the stories, let the laughter run. Real smoke's how all the good times are spun. With a draw and a swirl, watch the worries fade. Mick and Charles got the cool parade, cigars and tales and whiskey serenade. Real smoke where your troubles are mislaid.